live. We're live.
See how this audio works this week, huh?
Yeah. The audio should be way fucking better, and the visuals should also be way fucking better.
That's an upgrade. Let's go.
What's up, everybody? Through the Cellar Door, episode
4. We're out here with episode 4. Hey, technically
3.
episode 3 with Cat Dad.
Yeah, 3 with Cat.
Yeah. Episode 3 with the full
recorded.
cast.
Yeah. So we got our own headphones. We upgraded the camera quality. That was supposed to be last week, but it's this week now. And we're here.
I'm in the office.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Donnelly moved to the office. They can see you, right? That's how we're doing it. Yeah. So.
Yes.
Donnelly's just full time on the webcam, like webcam cast. So 2 cameras, all of us are mic'd up, or all of us mic'd up, all of us are headphoned up. Brand new camera, looking
Absolutely.
good. Same show. Kind of trying to buy some time. Hopefully, some people come in here. It's a little bit easier with one or
Same
2 people.
show, different week.
Yeah. What everybody do this week?
Just been working, man.
Yeah.
Just been working a lot.
I've had a slow week.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot going on.
Yeah, I was at home last week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, this week, yesterday, today.
Are you working right now, Gears?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
sure.
worked from home, had this class shit I had to do for training. Today was fun. I fell down the fucking stairs and then
Where at?
I'm going into my basement.
Why?
I was looking at my phone.
Those
and
stairs are kinda sketchy.
They're slippery as fuck.
I feel like they're narrow.
Tay fell down them twice, and Sue fell down them once, and Sue like fucked her shit up. Good,
What?
yeah, she fucked her shit up. And I was, I think it was last night in Discord. I was like giving Taylor shit because she almost fell down them again. She like caught herself though, and I was like, you guys are like fucked basically. Like, what the fuck? Just pay attention and like karma instantly. I was walking down looking at my phone, and just all of a sudden, boom, right down.
Oh,
Excellent.
could be worse.
And
Could've broke your
then
arm or something.
my coffee maker fucking imploded this
Pretty
morning,
cool.
which was fun. So
Always
yeah,
fun.
lots of fun stuff today. Went to the dentist yesterday, so have that day after dentist. It's just been a good day all around.
If you take care of your teeth, you don't have to have that day after dentist thing. You just
I take care of my teeth. I had like
What do you mean?
the dentist was like, this is like a real it took him like 2 minutes to fill it.
You should regularly go to the dentist.
No, but I had to get a filling.
Oh,
Yeah.
So you're not regularly going to the dentist?
No, I
Exactly.
people get fucking cavities. What the fuck?
I've never had one.
All right. It is what it is.
Dude, I used to have cavities when I was like a kid all the fucking time.
Why?
Really?
And
You
then
did
this is a
eat
funny
sugar?
story. So we used to go to I'm not gonna name the dentistry, but we used to go to a dentist in town here, and they used to be like, you have a cavity, 2 like whatever, like cavities.
They
You know,
were
every time
fake
I
cavities.
went, I had a
Fake.
cavity, and my mom found out later that they were like scamming the fuck out of us.
No shit.
Yeah.
Scam artists.
Yeah, they were just basically, and like I guess it's basically just an insurance scam more or less. But they do drill in your tooth, but like putting a filling in is nothing. They just put the filling in,
Right.
and they were just doing it for the fucking insurance money. Yeah, it was a big, and we had like changed dentists and shit because of it. When my mom found out, yeah, it's crazy.
Are we, am I reading the comments today, Charles, or is that going to be you over there?
I don't care. I'm up for whatever. Hey, Brandon said what's up in the chat.
Brandon
Got a couple. Hey, we got 10 viewers. That was a
Oh,
quick
nice.
10.
Quick 10.
10.
What's up, everybody?
What's
What's up,
everybody?
everybody? Yeah,
So
we
what are you doing?
bought some time talking about my day in the dentist.
I've
It's
been
wild, man.
I've been looking at cars.
What's off about your audio, Meyer?
I'm crazy. Meyer.
Yeah, we're still kind of flying by the seat of our pants on the technical stuff, trying to get it right.
I think it is just Meyer's audio. I mean, it sounds good on our end. I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds
synced
good.
up.
Oh, it's not.
Maybe
did you-
that delay
Oh.
that was...
Are we a second late, Meyer?
Probably. Did you ever? You didn't fix it, did you?
Well,
I don't remember
no,
where
because
that
the new
was.
camera made it look like it didn't need it.
Oh.
I never turned it off, though.
So now our audio's a second
Sooner
sooner.
than our mouths.
Yeah, but how did I do that?
Oh, Brandon said not in sync. Well, we jumped the gun on
Give
this
us a
one,
second. We'll
boys.
figure it out.
We jumped the gun, Ski.
Donnelly, it was in the like general like advanced settings on your.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
Mixer, sync offset,
Thousand.
0.
Zero.
Hey,
No,
Kid
yeah.
Avenge, thanks for the follow, brother. That's
Yeah,
my boy.
follow. I think how many follows do you need to not partner? What's the other thing?
I'm not sure, honestly.
You need like 50 followers to
We're
get
still quite
the
away
first
from
first tier of like being on Twitch.
Well, we're
away
technically
from-
not on Twitch then yet.
No, like
We're not there.
I don't know how
yeah.
exactly it works, but being partnered on Twitch means you make money, right?
Oh.
But if there's a step before that where it's like if you're starting a stream, you need like 50 viewers. It's like a verification. I don't know.
Can anybody confirm that?
Let me check this out.
Yeah, let us know if it should have synced up. We might have to turn it off and turn it on again. I wonder.
It looks good.
Mute that.
I'm listening.
Okay. Mute Kyle. Mute.
I'm watching it.
I can't tell.
Donnelly's.
Somebody said it's fine now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Brandon said fix it.
We're going live.
Yo,
We're
what
gonna
up,
assume that's
Jairus? That's my boy Kid Avenge. He's an OG. I just want to give him a shout out real quick. OG at Gears of War, one of the best I've ever played with.
Hell yeah.
In the chat.
Shouts out. But one of our viewers says 50 gives you sub availability, and we can start getting subs.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Okay, so
Wonderful,
we need to get to 50.
So what are we talking about here, boys?
Well, we were talking about cars. Kyle's looking for a new
Oh yeah.
car.
Let me just throw that out there. WRX STIs, not that great of a car. Just want to put that out there. I went to look at my second one. I would have owned if I bought it, and it's not the move. So.
Was there something wrong with it?
You would have owned it if you bought it.
Well, no, like I had an STI before my Mustang now.
Right, and it exploded.
And the rods or probably the rod went into outer space because I tried to do a highway run going a little bit too fast, and that was about it. So I went and looked at an STI, not yesterday but the day before, in Sandwich, Illinois. Shout out Sandwich. I love sandwiches. So what up? It just wasn't the move. That's all I really need to say.
Why
don't buy one?
So you were on the fence between trading in or just buying another car, right?
So I'm on the fence of doing both. I want a daily because I want to make my car a race car, like a real race car.
Okay.
And I really was on the fence of just trading my Mustang, getting a decent car that's all around, which would be the STI, all-wheel drive, decently fast, not fast but quick, and dailyable. All-wheel drive, so you can drive in the winter, rain, whatever.
Well,
so why not
tell people what you drive
WRX?
now, because not everybody knows you that's listening.
Okay, so right now I drive a 2015 Mustang GT. It's pretty fast. It's really loud, probably too loud, and I need a daily because I hate driving it if it's even raining. So
why don't you just buy a beater for the winter?
Well, that's what I'm looking at now.
Okay.
Not
An actual beater or a Kyle beater?
Like a beater would be at this point earlier than 2005.
A beater would be like Owen's $200 Expedition or whatever that thing is.
You should buy that from him.
That's a beater with a heater,
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, a beater with a heater. That's like a $500 car.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking at like a $10,000 car as like a daily, and
I would say like 2 would be beater.
All right, well, yeah, a $2,000 car.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
my car is worth less than $10,000.
See, I guess I'm just
it's not a beater
because I would rather just drive my Mustang in the snow than like drive a $500 car that's like a rust.
But you would only drive it when it's raining or snowing.
Yeah, I guess.
But you'd probably drive it once every other week,
all
if
right,
not less.
So let's just get off this topic. So, I want to talk about PCs.
Oh jeez. Okay. Well, why don't
says cranberry juice is best for STI, UTI. Never mind.
Oh my gosh.
Why don't we? If we're gonna talk about PCs, why don't we just, since we talk every week, we talk about the consoles. Let's just get on that topic really quick. I don't want to talk as much as we did last week, but I think I had something.
I just want to talk about that right there.
Oh, okay.
Can you
zoom in?
I want to talk about the Cyberpunk
Please.
release. Because who has anything to say about that? Who has anything good to say about that?
So, it blows.
I haven't heard much about it.
I've
I haven't heard anything good
bad.
about it.
So basically, the only good things people have to say about the game is that they're playing on PC. Anything console related is a plague.
So I've heard that the game is fun. that is a fun game.
That's what
when
people say.
When it works properly. The issue is that a lot of things don't work properly.
I've heard the story is very well written.
Bug City.
Yeah. So, I heard the class creation is fun, and like you can play the game very, very differently. Like A and B could play the game completely differently. So I've heard it's a fun game, but I have heard all this shit is bad as far as like actual technical structure of it.
Right.
The bugs suck. This is hilarious. It has come to our attention that there are additional instances in the game which might put a DMC strike on your channel. Fix is on the way, but until then, we'd like to ask you to mute music in the game settings entirely. Sorry for the inconvenience, bitch.
Bitch.
But it's just funny because they have it in the tweet that they quoted. It says there's a DMCA free music setting for streamers and stuff.
Right.
And it didn't work. All the music just got DMCA'd anyways.
Like non-copyrighted music.
Right. Or what? However. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's didn't work. People were getting claimed instantly. We talked about this. This might have been with just you and me, Don's, the first episode when we talked about Twitch's DMCA conundrum.
I mean, I'm not sure if we touched on it with Kyle, but we're more than welcome to keep talking about it.
What's it about?
So
basically, go ahead.
Twitch used to be able to listen to music on Twitch.
You weren't allowed to.
You weren't allowed to, but you were able to. Yeah. Okay. So what people would do when you were streaming, it would be fine. The music would be playing, and then the stream uploads to Twitch when you stop being live, and it would mute segments of the.
So it was still fine. Basically.
It was fine. They had a workaround.
Cut it out.
But I guess what happened is the music industry, the bots or whatever, got better, and they are just DMCAing instantly. And so I guess Twitch. What did they say? They said they went to getting a couple of them a month.
From what I read, I believe Twitch said they got a handful over several years to many multitudes order.
They were getting 10,000 a week.
Yeah, they went from 10,000 a dozen ever to 10,000 a week overnight.
It was auto. So
their bots went on overdrive.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
The bots were instant.
Correct.
Instant bots.
So now you can't listen to music on Twitch at all in any capacity, and then so this was the workaround, DMCA free music for the game or whatever, and it didn't work, and they just got fucked on that. So, but yeah, this game it doesn't remind me exactly of Fallout 76 because that game sucked and didn't work. It sounds like this game doesn't suck but doesn't work. So it's maybe I'll buy it in 3 months and try it if they fix it, and if they don't, I'll never play it.
I want to build a PC to play it.
Yeah.
Where I'm at with Cyberpunk is that I didn't hear much about it besides how hyped it was, and I played The Witcher 3, and I thought Witcher 3 was awesome. And if Cyberpunk would have been marketed as a spiritual successor to The Witcher 3, it's the same company, same this, same that, but from what I could tell from my limited caring about the game, it's I don't really have an interest in playing a Cyberpunk themed game in general, so I didn't pay that close of attention to the release of the game. But now that it's out, it seemed like they wanted to make it the future of gaming. It's going to change this about gaming. It's going to do that with gaming. And now that it's out, not only is it a buggy mess, but also it's just Cyberpunk Witcher with poor to little AI. And I mean, I heard it looks good and I heard the story's amazing, but there's nothing revolutionary about it besides the fact that you can customize your dick size.
I've just heard for being an RPG, there's a lot of RPG elements that are missing. One simple thing, people said, and which doesn't even make sense to me. They said you can't change your hair, you can't get a haircut.
I'm hearing there's limited class customization. There's limited progression, class wise, and building your class and all the stuff that you want to do in an RPG.
Exactly. So how I don't get it. And I honestly didn't even know that they were behind The Witcher.
Yeah,
and The Witcher 3 is one of the best. That's
Dolly, you know what it reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of the No Man's Sky timeline progression. Yeah.
I read a large written out comparison of the release of this game to the release of No Man's Sky the other day. It was a Reddit comment.
It almost sounds like they thought they were onto something, marketed it like we're onto something, and then they were like, we're not onto something.
Yep.
Well, I feel like they just ran out of time on top of that. Like, the game already got pushed back, and then they're like, well, we just need to get it out. And, like, from all the statements that they're making, it just seems like so...
It sounds like developers had the workers under just harsh, horrible conditions.
Well, worst crunches ever, it looked like. But
I don't understand why they wouldn't just delay the release then.
Well, because they didn't want to miss...
just keep delaying it.
Because investors are going to drop out on the money.
They didn't want to miss the holiday release. They didn't want to miss the holiday release.
Like, realistically, unfortunately, customer satisfaction doesn't matter as long as the game sells.
Exactly.
Yep. It doesn't matter at all.
It doesn't.
Yeah. That's why the whole take a stance and stop pre-ordering games.
Thanks for the follow, Alex.
Super
Alex
popular.
Lawson.
Thanks for the follow.
Thanks for the follow, man.
But yeah,
I'm trying to get a bet in here really quick.
And that's what I was reading about the Cyberpunk release. If the people that made the game wanted the game to be as good as they thought it was going to be, but then they were just put under these inhumane work conditions to get this game out, and they ended up releasing what I've heard. I haven't played the game. They ended up releasing a lackluster product.
Well, if you look at any studio though, any AAA studio, if you really dig and read about any of these huge releases, like if you read about The Last of Us 2, the workers, like the actual developers behind the game who really made it happen, other than just like the director and the mains,
were in hell.
They said they were like, it's the worst crunch we've ever been under. The directors were walking around saying like, we have to meet these deadlines no matter what, and they didn't care if people slept or not. They're like, the game comes out no matter what. So
which is wild.
It seems like at the end of the day, I feel like more people are finding out that's every one of these AAA huge games that are dropping.
And I think what happened is they used to work under those conditions, like as game makers all the time, but the games have gotten harder to make.
Well, exactly.
Like they're wild. Like this game is wild. The
technology has come so far.
So they need more bodies or more time, and they're not willing to give them either.
Right.
So, yeah, it's fucked up. But I mean, that's everything, right? I mean, I feel like that's everything when it comes to. Yeah, it's just everything's about profit. Everything's about making money. Nobody cares about the actual product.
No.
So, and that's the thing. This game will, because it's kind of got like that cult following, Witcher hype group. Like, this game will probably be good. It'll probably get patched and bugged.
Well, I feel like the reviews have been going up and down. Like, originally it got review bombed, and then it started like climbing back up, and then it started like going back down. It's all over the place. Because, like I said, people on PC, most of them don't have any, or not any, but most of them don't have many complaints.
I've been seeing a lot of complaints though.
Like for PC gaming.
Yes.
Really?
And it seems like it works fine on 80% of hardware, maybe even 85-90% of the hardware.
Right.
But like the one graphics card from the random manufacturer that the person combined with a motherboard with another random manufacturer like doesn't work, and people are having like game breaking crashes that make the game completely impossible.
I've just seen so many nightmares on Xbox.
That's not what I heard, but what I did hear, so from the guys I play PC games with that I'm not like friends with in real life from the guild and whatever, they all said that they're like they would run into like something here or there. Like it'd be like, oh, the ragdoll physics don't work. Like I got hit by a car and just ended up driving it.
What?
Or like what? Like crazy
that'd
shit
be
like
sick,
that.
Though. You get hit by a car and then you're in the driver's seat, just drive off.
It's like, but it doesn't. It's not working how it's like intended every so often.
Right.
So they'll get. I mean, it will get fixed, but like I'll probably reevaluate in 6 months. Maybe I'll try it then.
All right.
So, speaking of which, you know what though, Dons? Yeah. I don't feel like Shadowlands released that buggy.
Oh, dude, Shadowlands release, in my opinion, like, so this was my first World of Warcraft release, but it was smooth. Like, we were live, we were on for release, and we started to play the game, and I really only saw 2 bugs leveling.
Yeah.
And maybe another 1 or 2 in the level 60 life.
Right. Yeah, I feel like overall as far as the smoothness, technically speaking, it's been pretty good. Which, I mean, it's Blizzard. It should be, right? They've got the resources.
I have no experience here.
Right. I'm just saying, like, it's possible to release a game. And I feel like every game's going to have bugs on release because of just where we're at.
Sure.
But as far as, like, on a scale, Blizzard did a pretty good job with the release, I personally thought.
And, I mean, if we want to talk about World of Warcraft, we can do that for, like, 5 seconds here, but we're kind of leaving Kyle out of the discussion.
It's all good.
I mean,
talk what you got to talk about. No problem.
As far as WoW goes, me being a new player and you being very experienced, I've been having like a weird time in the Shadowlands expansion, I guess. It's like, so Battle for Azeroth was the first chunk of WoW that I have any experience in, and then I did the whole classic thing until 60. I raided for, I don't know, 4 months with you guys, Gears?
Yeah, if that.
Something like that.
Phase 1 in the first 2 weeks of Phase 2, basically. You quit right when BWL came out. You did it like twice and then stopped.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Because I was playing a mage, and I went into the raids, and I clicked one button the whole time, and it was not any fun at all. So I switched back to retail. I was playing Battle for Azeroth, and that wasn't any fun either, but I just spent all my time running around collecting mounts, and I didn't get any, collecting transmogs. And I had a decent time, and I follow streamers, and I watch the streamers and this and that, and everybody got super hyped for Shadowlands. And now that it's out, like, I don't have anything else to play, so I'm playing the goddamn game, but it's like, I don't know, it's bittersweet. Like, I wish I was having more fun. Zamora says WoW is just a way to lose money, but he's played Smash Bros.
What do you mean it's a way to lose money?
Zamo, do you make money in Smash Bros? Do you even still play, or are you retired?
He's not retired. I give them the exact same money every month since I've been like 12. I've never bought a WoW token. I pay my subscription. That's
Think about
it.
all
and
that you could have bought
the game.
with that.
I buy the game, the expansions, and I pay the sub. That's it. I've never bought any in-store cosmetic, and I've spent way more money on League. Yeah, it's like crazy to me that people think that WoW's it can be a money sink for sure, but you don't have to do it. You just don't have to. So,
but Zamora doesn't agree with the fact that you have to pay monthly to play the game. But at the same time, he pays monthly to be subscribed to Nintendo Online to play Smash Bros.
Why is it a monthly subscription though? Like,
because it's a huge game. Like, it's impossible to have a game that's that large with that much content and that much player interaction and not have constant income to support the game. So they could either have it free to play and sell progression in the game and make it pay to win, or make it like League of Legends and just sell like cosmetics and silly shit.
Cosmetics, yeah. Which I mean, League makes it work.
League does make it work, but
I don't think Blizzard could make it work.
And World of Warcraft it requires bigger servers, bigger money, bigger management, more everything than a game like League.
Oh, like, my boy Kid Avenge said RuneScape best MMORPG ever.
I agree with that.
Yeah, this man in the studio definitely will agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I took a stance with League when I was fully in on that too, where it was like, I'm not gonna buy other games. So if I spend $60 to $100 a year on League, on like skins or whatever, I didn't care. I was like, oh, that's whatever, because I wasn't buying a console and console games, and that's how I feel about WoW too. Like, because I don't buy console games, I don't mind spending $15 a month, or it's not even that, because I think I pay every 3 months. It's like $13 a month or whatever. I don't mind spending that when I'm not playing anything else.
Right. Zamora, do you play WoW? I didn't know.
No, he does. He says he does, and he doesn't. He doesn't.
He does?
No. Yeah.
Or he doesn't.
He has,
okay.
But he
has
doesn't.
in the past. He does not.
I'm a little confused.
So, did somebody get this thing down, Dons?
As far as I know, it has not been clear, but I haven't been paying attention today. I've had a busy day.
They were at 5 of 10 this morning, if I remember correctly.
Complexity and Echo are at 7.
Okay,
Can
so
you see
they're
these
still
numbers?
not down, damn.
Yeah, wild, honestly.
Yeah.
But
makes sense. The last bosses are the hardest, right? I mean,
the whole thing is insanely hard.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these people are still sitting at 3 bosses, dude.
Yeah,
Almost
but
everybody's still sitting at 3 bosses.
It's hard, but it's hard because they're under geared.
But
like, there's probably a recommended gear entry point for this, and nobody's at it because the game hasn't been out long enough to have it. Like, you can't even have your legendary above tier, I think, 3 today.
Yeah, but at the same time,
and it's not like these guys were in Torghast getting their legendary. They entered the day, like, the minute it opened, I'm sure. So they're probably on last week's Torghast, whatever the legendary cap was, and that's their highest item level probably. Well, no, because they cleared heroic.
But haven't all the mythic raids been like walked through basically much easier than this?
I don't know, but no, I don't think so.
Okay.
Has he made it sound like no, but okay. I wouldn't either because I don't follow. This isn't really like my scene, but I think
this is not going to be a wild podcast today.
Yeah,
though.
I just figured we were talking. I mean, you brought it up.
I did.
Wow. All right, what are we talking about? I want to
talk about this.
Yeah, what is? Well, I can't see though. Is the issue?
Right.
What's the issue?
I need to be zoomed.
I can see.
It's better.
That fucks my life up.
Yeah, let's talk about this.
Oh my gosh.
This is great.
I don't even.
All right, so Joel Osteen, the megachurch pastor in Houston, the rich guy, they got $4.4 million in loans from the federal government Paycheck Protection Program, the PPP loan.
Now, what for?
What?
To keep people employed?
Assumably for his employees, but their church does not pay $1 in taxes.
What? Oh yeah,
that's how
they're a church.
It's a church. It's tax exempt.
Yeah, right.
They're a church, so they don't pay anything in taxes, and they, like, it's actually worse, but it's about the same as the whole, like, when we were talking about the airlines.
For his jet fuel, Brandon.
Yeah.
Brandon said it's all for his jet.
Yeah.
That's all for his jet.
That's actually crazy to me.
And honestly, they probably weren't. Well, they probably are now because it's Texas. But at the beginning, they probably weren't allowed to have people there.
Yeah.
But
isn't this the same guy that closed his doors
during the
hurricane?
Yeah.
That prick fuck.
He's the worst, man. He's the worst.
So what does this say here? What is this? Okay.
Suspended its in-person services for more than 7 months, impacting its ability to collect substantial donations during those services.
Yeah,
Fuck
but
them.
you don't pay taxes, motherfucker. Like, you don't pay into the system.
No.
You don't get to do this.
Well, you would think.
No, like, right. Yeah, you would think.
You would think. Yeah, whose idea was, like, say, hey, yeah, give him $4 million. Give him 4.5.
At this point,
okay, why not?
in the country we live in, the whole separation of church and state is only what?
I just read over 90,000 religious groups received a combined sum of $7.3 billion in loans.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they
they
do not pay taxes.
This was due to that goofy loophole that Trump allowed in, so he could get money from his own thing. Like, he was never going to allow this PPP loan thing to go through without that silly Republican loophole that they always have, that they can make some money on the side. That loophole allowed all these churches to...
What was the loophole?
I'll find it.
Okay, I don't know. Yeah, because I don't know exactly what we were talking about, but it's just wild because at this point we've just, I guess, accepted that the separation of church and state only goes one way, and that that churches don't have to pay into the government. That's all it means. Because there's no such thing as separation of church and state if you're in government. Like, you can, like, your religion dictates the actions of especially the Republicans, but honestly everybody. I mean, even Biden's like a ultra Catholic guy. And so
Zamora says churches need to pay taxes. They ask for donations and money from others, but if someone was struggling at the church and needed help, they leave you to burn. That's brutal. I mean, yikes.
The thing about the churches is the whole separation of church and state was like, the point of that was we're not a government set in a religion.
Right.
Like, we're not a Christian nation.
Yeah, but that's not how it works most of the time. It never works like that.
But it
like
does.
You said, though, no, but I mean, like you said, in government, people's religions dictate what they do.
Right.
Like, dictate what moves they make.
Yes. But what I'm saying is, like, for example, when the Constitution was a thing, right before that, so it must have been 1700s, but maybe this was 1600s or maybe earlier. But, like, the reason that's in there is because the formation of the Anglican Church by the King of England when they made that was so he could get divorced.
Right.
So you can't get a divorce if you're Catholic. Or you used to not be able to. You have to get an annulment, and the Pope or the Cardinal of at that time Britain wouldn't let him get a divorce. So he's like, okay, well, we're not Catholic anymore. We're Anglican, which basically means we're Catholic, but you can divorce your spouse.
So yeah, he just made up his own religion so he could get a divorce.
And so the whole point of the separation of church and state was to be like, you can do whatever you want in this country. You don't have to. The law of a God is not your number one law. Like in a Muslim country, Sharia law reigns supreme.
Right.
So that was supposed to be the thing, but it's been like spread thin because something happened with did you mute your mic? Oh, he muted his mic. Okay. So something happened with the technicality where they were like, you can just not pay taxes.
Oh my gosh. Here we go.
Which is wild.
All right. Zamora said, let's get the police versus pigs debate going.
Oh, jeez.
We're
not doing that.
We don't got to do all that right now.
I think that door should be closed.
Oh, police or pigs? Why?
I don't know. Shouldn't it be?
Close it then.
Is it open for a reason?
I don't know. Just
all
keep
right,
it cool.
Leave it. All right, if it's cool. It's
gets hot in here, you
know. But yeah, no, we're not going to talk about that. We're just not.
Cheers.
I mean, we could talk about it. We could talk about it, but we're not going to because it'll go the wrong direction for sure. People listening will think differently of the three of us, one way or the other.
Alex has thoughts on Jimmy Dore take. Do you mean
Jimmy Dore
tax? I have no idea what you're talking about. No idea.
Jimmy Dore take. And what? Any other comments besides Zamora and that?
No. Yeah, does anyone got something they want us to talk about? I mean,
we can keep going. Oh well, Donley's gonna talk about
we got topics
the
here.
loophole here.
Oh, he pulled it up.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yo, what do you have to say about Biden being officially
the president?
The next president, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about that?
Well, we knew that.
No, well, I know we knew that, but I'm saying like it was officially like what?
Here's what I have to say about it.
Like a week ago or a couple days ago or what?
I don't know who Jimmy Dore is.
The 13th.
Neither do I.
Here, I'll give you my official statement.
Oh, it was the 13th?
Ready? Official statement on Joe Biden officially being president.
All right, let's get the official statement. I want it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
That's hardly a statement.
That's all I got to say. Because this is how it's worked every 4 years.
Yeah.
Forever. Till this year.
I know.
The only time it even got close to this was in 2000. Al Gore.
Bush Gore.
Al Gore disputed the results of the election until the day before.
He was right though, wasn't he?
He was more right than Trump for sure. But what I'm saying is he was disputing the debates or specifically Florida, but he conceded either the day before or the day of the electoral whatever the fuck they call it. Whatever. It's like the conference. When they all officially vote.
Right.
So
basically, to summarize what I found about this CARES Act, federal records show Los Angeles Diocese, whose leader heads the Bishops' Conference, paid $20,000 to lobby the U.S. Senate and House on eligibility for nonprofits under the CARES Act. Catholic Charities USA, another $30,000, and several hundred Catholic leaders pressed for help. So basically, all the Catholic churches pushed and lobbied for the House and Senate to pass this CARES Act through with an eligibility for nonprofits clause, which allows these fucking churches who do fucking nothing for the country. Now, they might do something for you as a person, and that's fine. If you're a viewer and you like to go to church and you're into that and it does it for you, and you know, you don't try to press those beliefs on other people, I'm cool with you. but I don't want your churches taking money from my fucking country.
Wait, I got a quick question though. I want to interject. So there's just a clause so nonprofits could get money out of it though.
Yes.
But see, the problem with that is that that's not entirely bad. Like, there's a lot of
nonprofits that should have been getting money from it.
There's a lot of nonprofits that get money. Or, I mean, they get
Donnelly,
money.
I'm going to send something to the Discord for you to pull up.
There's a lot of nonprofits that should be getting that money.
Absolutely, but it was used for a negative purpose.
Well, I mean, how do you know that, though?
Because churches got millions and billions of dollars.
Well, yeah, but it just so happens, unfortunately, churches fall into the category of nonprofits. Like, I mean, I get what you're saying.
But they shouldn't. Like, I mean, it should just be that simple. Are you a church? Do you pay taxes? No, you don't pay taxes? Okay, we're not giving you any money.
I don't get why churches are nonprofits, honestly.
Well, they're not.
But they
a church is not a nonprofit.
Yeah, but it's considered like tax-wise.
Right.
Exactly.
But it's not a nonprofit.
Right.
They make a profit.
Yeah.
But so do nonprofits.
Well, that depends.
Right.
Technically, a nonprofit, there's like category. That's why when you hear not for profit, that's different than nonprofit, because a not for profit can collect profit. It's just not the goal is to make profit.
Right.
So a nonprofit is supposed to technically at the end of the year have a $0 revenue or a $0 profit.
You didn't send me anything, bud.
I'm looking for something, but
same with schools. Yeah, schools are also tax exempt.
Right. Yeah. Did I send you a Dan Price tweet? Did I pin a Dan Price tweet?
I'm not sure who that is, bud.
The guy we talked about last week, the CEO who takes a certain.
No, let me just pull him up.
I'm looking for a specific tweet though. I don't remember when it was, but it wasn't that long ago, so I'm too far. I'll find it.
Ever since you told me about this guy, he's been popping up on my feed.
He's the best.
I'm gonna give him a little follow.
He's the best for sure. I'm looking for a specific tweet though. Sorry, I'm talking away from the mic while I look. But you guys talk about something while I look.
What are you looking for? I can help you look. That's gonna be the quickest thing here.
Yeah, I'm looking. He had a tweet that was like, things that it was recent. Things that seem like a good thing but are actually like a sign of systemic failure.
Oh.
And he like listed a bunch of stuff. You're going way too fast. You're not gonna be able to.
I was just trying to get seem to pop up on the search, but you're not.
Type in. I know, dear. Type in charity.
I just pause our stream here. That's okay.
Oh. Wait. Yeah. What's that tweet?
Nothing.
You might need to load more. How many loaded?
A lot. A fuckload.
Yeah. Maybe you deleted it.
Damn it, Kiers.
Well, what was it about?
So basically, he
TLDR.
was what?
TLDR.
Yeah. So he was basically like, these things they seem like a good thing because they're people doing good.
Right.
But what they actually are like, they're just a sign of systemic failure and how things aren't working the way they're supposed to be. And he listed like a bunch of random stuff I don't remember, but the one that stuck out to me, which is kind of in relation to the church thing, is
Brandon was right. He actually was using it for his jet fuel.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Fucking Christ.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I want to talk about this comment that this guy just pulled up. Do you guys know anything about that?
No. What is it?
The GoFundMe is now considered like
insurance,
yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
That is crazy.
Oh, that was one of the things he listed. That's what I'm talking about. He was talking about Donnelly. Type in GoFundMe.
I got it.
Dan Price.
Patients are turning to GoFundMe to fill in health insurance gaps.
Yeah, I mean, fucking unbelievable.
Like, literally, the health insurance in the best country in the world is so fucking terrible that people are going to crowdfunding websites to get money for their health insurance.
It's not even anything new.
I mean, my girlfriend did this for her fucking dog. She can't afford to take her dog to the vet, so she did a GoFundMe for her dog, and random assholes like gave her money to take their dog to the vet. Like, yeah. But like realistically, like I mean, pet healthcare is completely different, but still.
Still though, go back to that guy's Twitter and type in GoFundMe for your search. Because No spaces, I'm pretty sure.
Should I like search it?
Yeah, Control F it.
No.
Try charities, IES.
No, bitch.
Weird. I wonder why it's not. Maybe he deleted it, but that was one of the things he listed, like people chipping in to help pay for a chemo for a cancer patient, and then the last thing he listed was charities.
Yeah.
And so like churches do good, right? Inherently, they're like we're a charitable organization, blah blah blah. But like they shouldn't need to give to the homeless in this country. They shouldn't have to run food drives.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that shouldn't be a thing that they're doing.
What are you talking about?
Churches. Like just you were talking about how like the churches don't do anything good for a country.
Like doing food drives.
And they do good stuff, right? Like churches help their community with food drives, and some churches offer daycare, like all this stuff. But I'm saying they don't actually do anything because they're not paying taxes. Those problems still exist, like hunger, homelessness, these types of things. Right. So
Oh, yeah. Brandon, Al, if you're on this, I figured this is just as good a time as any to tell you. We're officially getting a dog. I'm getting a corgi. I'm getting a corgi, I think, January 30th.
What? Are you really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Crazy.
Nice.
Super hyped about it. I love corgis.
Next topic.
What are we talking about?
What else we got to talk about?
I've got this pulled up.
Any comments?
More jet
How many people
stuff.
are watching?
We've got 16 viewers right now.
15?
16?
Nice.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
That's actually a pretty good amount.
Absolutely.
What was the goal we set out? Was like 17.
Zamora says no way. Yeah, dude. Zamora, I'm getting a corgi.
That's sick.
That's a fucked up dog breed, by the way, Dons.
They're the best.
For the one that giving me shit
Zamora
about watching
fucking time dog.
Yo,
time
could we get the Streamlabs out of here? Jeez.
No.
Streamlabs.
It's
what?
horrible.
They gotta start learning how to type like a gentleman.
Oh, what is the mod? Auto mod?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's just automatically.
And like honestly, I changed it. Like my discrepancies are pretty loose.
Low?
Yeah, like so.
Well,
Zamora must have just sent like 30 emojis and typing in all caps.
No, he didn't.
Like,
he just typed in all caps.
Yeah, no typing in all caps.
Oh, I guess you can't type in caps anymore. So I know you're excited though. So just put an exclamation mark at the end.
Because I was excited.
Yeah, see.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I think it automatically bans all caps. I'm not sure how to turn that off, to be honest. We
this
can
was
talk
you,
about future
Dons.
Bitcoin. I think that's my mom.
Oh, that's your mom?
I think so.
Oh,
that name looks familiar.
that's funny.
Regardless, we could talk about Bitcoin. I mean, in my opinion, Bitcoin has been on a.
What's it at?
That's a good question, actually.
Right now.
Has it been on the downward curve or what?
It is it's way up high right now.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's up at $21,000.
Oh, it's above 20? Oh shit.
Damn. Fuck.
Oh my gosh,
maybe
it
I
went
should
above
sell
20 today.
Holy
That's
shit.
Crazy.
It literally
shit.
climbed in the last 2 days from 18 to 22.
What?
No kidding.
Dom,
it broke
I'll never
20
forget
today.
when
Wow.
we talked about Bitcoin like way back in the day, dude. If we would have.
Hey,
Don't
I've done
even
this
talk
math
about
before.
it. Don't even talk about it.
I'll do the math right now.
It's gonna make me
much
sad.
Bitcoin.
It's gonna make me so sad.
I'll do the
We
math
could've
right
bought
now.
so much.
I'll do the math right now, and we'll base it on this price right here. Roughly $22,000.
How much was it when we found out about it back in the day?
$192 per Bitcoin.
No, I think it was cheaper than that.
Well, when I actually was like, I want to buy some today, it was $192 per coin,
That's
and then 3 days later, it was up at $330 per coin. And I told my parents, I was like, hey, if you buy $5,000 worth of this, it was at $192 2 days ago. It's at $330 today. We could be millionaires. And they were like, no fucking way. So I bought one at $330. And that was like our first one. But let's do the math. Let's say if I had them to get $5,000 worth at $330 a coin, they would have gotten roughly 15 coins. So that would have 15 times $22,000. Oh, I can't use this Apple calculator.
Turn it sideways.
Really?
Yeah.
Nope.
Then you fucked it up because that's a pretty easy math equation.
Dude, it's super easy to use. What do you mean?
The Apple calculator is goofy. 330 grand.
Yeah, see.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like
and that's not
we were
including all the
when
different splits and everything.
I feel like we were talking about it when it was like $60 a coin and shit like that too, dude. Like
we knew about it when it was like
brand new
cents.
Yeah.
Like I remember you were talking about it and you were like, yeah, they're like quarters or some shit. Like
I've at one
But
point
it
remember
went
being
it
like
went from
3 or 7
pennies.
cents. Yeah.
It went from pennies to like roughly $200, like within days of me knowing about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when you started talking about it, it was pennies.
Yeah.
And if we would have put $100.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think about that kind
Yeah,
of
that
stuff.
makes me want to. I mean,
when I actually attempted to buy it, like that was the actual number, and that's all that I can let myself think about.
I wish I would have bought some. Shit.
Well, like it's the same thing when people are like, you could have bought Amazon at 19 a share.
I think my cousin
like
Jeffrey
did
like buy Amazon. Mom, if this is actually you watching, was it Jeffrey that bought Amazon, or did he buy IBM or something like that? And he sold it like early. And he was like suicidal basically for fucking a long time, because he would have also been, a multi-millionaire. And it's just shit like that happens all the time. It's like, what would have happened if I would have thrown, $5,000 at Tesla when I was into Tesla the week that they went public,
Yeah. Tesla makes me sad every day because I've been doing some day trading stuff.
Zamora, I don't fuck with stocks personally.
I don't either.
I do.
I have way
Gears
too
does.
high of passive anxiety to fuck with that kind of stuff. I do hold Bitcoin. I've been a Bitcoin holder for fucking years now.
I do the stock stuff. Why? What do you ask? What do you say?
You said stocks are crazy. I haven't gotten into too much.
Oh.
When and how did you guys get started with stocks?
I dumped a bunch of money into a Robinhood and just started doing it, which was probably not the right way to do it.
That's all you can do.
Well, no, what you should do, Zamora, and anybody listening that's like, I want to do stocks and do them the right way, open a paper trade account, which basically means you do stocks, but like they're fake. But you can like grow a portfolio that's all practice to learn. Yeah. And then it's a good way to learn while you save up money. It's like what you should do is take any money you have right now that's in like a passive savings account, your bank savings or whatever, put it into an app and buy stocks, like just like blue chip stocks that you think like, okay, Apple, Tesla, just buy and then let it gradually grow while you learn how to trade options.
Like stuff that is going to go up.
Yeah, like there's even if you buy S&P or Dow or NASDAQ like ETFs with your current passive money, if you have any money saved up, that money will grow. It grows on an average. I think the average growth for stock money is like 13% a year. So just put it in there. Stop using a savings account, period.
Brandon says Wall Street Bets has good advice.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that stuff. And then from there, go to a paper trade account. Or you could be like me and just do the Wall Street Bets degenerate. It's basically like gambling 2.0, where you put money in stuff and then you either get really, really happy or really, really sad. Yeah, I'm on the sad right now. I put $1,000 in my Robinhood account to start. I ballooned up to like 4,100.
Got a camera.
And now I'm down to like 980. So I'm back to where I started basically.
Do you recommend, out of all the apps and stuff, do you recommend Robinhood? Because I've looked through, there's quite a few. You don't recommend Robinhood? What do you recommend?
I'll be leaving Robinhood probably at the end of the year.
What do you recommend?
Webull.
Webull?
Yeah, Webull. Webull. That would be the one that's the one I'm going to trade to. So what you could do with Webull, you have a cash account and a margin account. So your cash account you basically can day trade with, which like you need to be able to day trade if you want to actually make money doing options, because like you could buy something and it could double in value and then go to half in the same day. So if you don't sell the peak, you can fuck yourself. You can't day trade in Robinhood if you don't have 25 grand, which I don't. Yeah, so Webull, if you have a cash account, you can day trade.
So you can day trade with any amount on there?
Yeah, and then you can have a margin account that acts like your Robinhood account would, where you do swing plays and stuff. But if you want to, so in trading you have scalping and swings. So swing plays are like, I'm going to hold this for a week, a month, a year, whatever. Usually over a year is called a leap. But you swing, and then scalp is like, if I bought like a scalp play would have been like last week Fastly was at like 90. If you bought $100 call, it ballooned up to like 94 and then dropped down to 88 in the same day. So if you would have bought it at 90, sold it at 94 when it ballooned, or right when it turned over to start going back down, you would have, you could have scalped that money and then gotten out.
Okay.
But you can't scalp in Robinhood if you don't have 25 grand, which sucks.
Interesting.
And I've gotten burned a couple times on it, unfortunately, including I got burned hard last week. I had a SPY put on Friday. I bought it on Friday, and then on Monday, over the weekend, the vaccine got announced as approved in the U.S.
Just talk about this real quick. Zamora asked, I'm drinking a Spanish Tempranillo. I actually got this from Cooper's Hawk. I'm a Cooper's Hawk member. And I've had a lot of really, really good luck with their wines. I've had a lot of good wines. They got a good variety. The membership price is nice. So if you're in the area that Cooper's Hawk is around, no sponsor. I mean, you'd be happy to sponsor the stream if you like.
Yeah, they make good wine.
They do make good wine.
But yeah, so I bought a SPY. So when you do options, it's calls and puts. Speaking very, very, very basically, but calls means you think stock's going up, puts stock's going down. Mm-hmm. So I bought a put on SPY on Friday, like right around midday, and it dropped all day just gradually. And then you can day trade on Robinhood. Like you get like 3 for every 5 business days, but if you get more than that, you get locked out for 90 days. You can't move anything in your account. So if like you could go to 0 if you get locked out. You know what I mean? So I was like, should I sell this? Should I just take one of my strikes? I was like, I'm just gonna hold it. It's the S&P. It doesn't move that much. Like it doesn't super fluctuate.
Yeah.
And the fucking vaccine got announced over the weekend, and I got fucking
Wait, but
dinged
I
on
thought like months ago when we were talking about, I thought you put money in Pfizer.
I did options.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter. Those options. I did like a 1-week option and got.
So it didn't help you at all.
Not really.
Okay.
And honestly, what's wild is
like, what would you have had to do to like come out big with Pfizer just releasing that? Like, was there anything?
If you would have been on an S&P call for Monday on Friday, so the opposite of what I did, my call for Monday was a put. If you would have been on a call for Monday, if you were in the money call, so like I think S&P closed like 364 ish on Friday. It went up to like 369. If you would have sold at open, you would have probably like quadrupled your money. Yeah. Yeah.
Stocks are sketchy, but it sounds fun.
It's a lot of fun, but you have to be able to really pay attention to it.
Yeah.
And like you don't, but you do. If you want to make real money, you have to set up you have to be paying attention, but you can set up like stop losses, 10%. So like if you buy something and it drops below like a 10% drop, it'll auto sell it.
Okay.
So you only lose 10%. People will do stuff like that or 20% or whatever, but it's a huge fucking pain in the ass. So you got to be able to pay attention, and it can be a lot of fun. You can make a lot of money if you get on the right stuff, but it's also been a weird couple of weeks. The market's kind of been like the whole market feels like it's waiting for the stimulus, and then there's this thing in stocks called the Santa Claus rally, which is like basically at the end of the year, stocks usually balloon. And so I think everything's kind of like everybody's holding their breath, for lack of a better term, waiting for like something to pop, and hopefully it'll do it before January, because that's when all my shit's for.
I've had this article pulled up, and I want to talk about this week.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are familiar. This is something that I learned about decently recently, but apparently it's a pretty uncommon practice, like worldwide, for civilians to do their taxes like we do. From what I understand, they're just done automatically.
Yeah.
And
yeah, and this is why it's done like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, we can talk about this if we'd like, but I don't know.
I love talking about this because this is almost it runs parallel to what we were talking about with the church thing, right?
Yes.
So basically, these companies that you file your taxes with, these like mega accounting tax companies, TurboTax, H&R Block, whatever the other one they had listed is, they've lobbied to keep the IRS from the IRS filing taxes and from you filing your taxes free with the IRS. So the IRS,
Why would they want to do that though?
Because they'll go out of business.
But I already filed my taxes for free, and I thought it was through the IRS.
Who do you file? No.
Like, I just go to like freefile.com or whatever the fuck it is.
Oh, maybe, but what it like? Oh, look. I think this might be an older article though. I just found something that was like relevant to the topic. What's the date on it?
19.
Yeah. So basically what happened is the IRS was like, hey, you're going to be able to file your taxes for free now. And then these companies lobbied Congress, and Congress was like, nah.
Oh, okay.
Nah.
Here, this is what I do.
Can't do it.
Right here.
What does it say?
There are some free tax prep services already available, including some run by tax giants like Intuit and H&R Block through what's called the Free File program. They're often only available to consumers making less than $66,000 per year,
yeah.
which is me.
All of us.
So
here.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can, and honestly, you can actually file your taxes for free in, like, on TurboTax.
Yo, Grady, the coupon code for the stonks, you're gonna go to twitch.tv/LeonardDons.
You can get all the free tips here.
Free tips.
If you want the free tips, go to Wall Street Bets and follow everything they tell you to do. You'll lose all your money.
Really?
It's like,
is it bad?
No,
like,
it's not.
What's the deal with it?
It's like,
was Brandon kidding or was he serious?
No, you can actually find good advice on Wall Street Bets, but it's like diamonds in the rough.
Wall Street Bets is literally actually gambling, but you know,
it's actually gambling.
No, it's gambling.
Their tagline is 4chan, but if it was like a Bloomberg terminal or something like that.
Yes.
And so basically, they're just like a bunch of degens, and all they do is like throw their money in the stock market.
Oh, sweet.
So like they're the ones that are leading the
Sounds
like
charge. That's what
on,
I should do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the ones leading the charge on like the GameStop short squeeze and like Tesla. But people on that site have made like a fuckload of money on Tesla, on Neo, on even on GameStop. Because GameStop, people keep thinking GameStop's going to get shorted, or it's being shorted because people think GameStop are going to be like Best Buy, and it just keeps like staying afloat.
GameStop is gonna GameStop is irrelevant, dude.
But that's what that's the thing. So people see that and are shorting GameStop. So basically, what I just said, they're saying like GameStop's going to go to zero, and it's a way to shorting. Again, like really dumb description. Like you can kind of ensure if something goes to zero, you make money. That's how it works. So like people have been shorting the shit out of GameStop, but every time they have any earnings, they like stay right above sea level. Like they're not going under.
Okay.
So what happens?
How are they staying up?
What happens is, well, they're very liquid.
Oh, okay.
I guess
they can just close stores.
Yeah.
Like just keep because they probably have so many stores.
They just close like 80 or something like that. Yeah.
80.
But I think so. But like what's crazy is what happens when that happens. It's called a short squeeze.
Okay.
And so people short a company. It happened with Volkswagen after all that shit happened, where they were like fibbing their emissions. Yeah. And so what happens is GameStop. People short GameStop, short, and then it like doesn't go under, and so what happens is all those short money investors will hedge, and what they do when they hedge is they basically say, okay, the stock's actually going to go up, we were wrong, and it balloons the stock up. So GameStop has been trading between like $12 and $20, I think, this month. It could go to like 120. Because of a short squeeze.
Damn.
So if you're on it and you're willing to take a loss and like, short-term loss or whatever, you can actually make a shitload of money because of the potential for a short squeeze. But it hasn't happened yet, and it's obviously all hearsay until it actually happens. But there's a lot of technical analysis that's saying like, yeah, it's actually going to happen, and that's a big thing on Wall Street Bets. But yeah, we got any comments? Anything else?
Somebody said, it's amazing how long GameStop has existed in the any day now phase of decline.
It is. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's honestly crazy.
That's the point, yeah.
I feel like for the last year or more, like 2 years, everyone's been like, oh, GameStop's going to close. GameStop's going to close. And, like, it's like they don't care. Like, GameStop doesn't care that everyone thinks they're going to close.
So from what I understand about GameStop, they have a poor business model and great leadership.
Oh.
So the leadership is like doing things, like they wanna become like a physical PC like component store. They want to sell they want to sell like peripherals. They want to sell like PC interior parts. Like they want to, yeah.
And then GameStop wants to do that.
Yeah, that's
I'm all for that.
Cool.
What?
I'm all for that.
Yeah, and they also want to open like. I guess like they want to make GameStops like an arcade, where you'd go and pay to like play the most recent releases.
Oh.
And then you'd buy like an hour or 2 hours, whatever, and then you'd be like, okay, this game's worth $70.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy it on my PC at home or my PS5 at home or whatever. They've got stuff that's like if we can implement this, we can stay afloat. But they just aren't implementing it yet.
Yeah.
They're just running on their current business model because honestly, this is the thing. What we saw with the PS5 and shit, like their business model isn't dead yet. Because people are still gonna try to go to these stores and buy PS5s, Xbox, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, but see, that's the problem. Like, I feel like that's what's overlaying though a lot of like GameStop and a lot of these other brick and mortar gaming stores. Like,
yeah.
They're not having in-store releases and stuff because of COVID too. Like,
well,
COVID is just like the overlying factor over all this stuff.
That's a right now thing though.
Well,
they're trying to figure out if like that won't be a thing next Christmas.
Hopefully,
it takes a company. It won't.
Hopefully,
I don't think it will.
That'd be. I really hope it's not.
I don't think it will. Could be. I don't think it will though.
How much longer do you think we have in this COVID climate, these COVID years?
6 more months at least.
6 more?
Mm-hmm. I think we've got at least until
6.
Well, let's see. I think April or May you'll start seeing the where you could just walk into CVS and grab a COVID vaccine shot.
So I'm gonna answer this guy about Stadia.
Okay.
We can talk.
Well, I don't have
about
chat
Stadia?
though, so.
Stadia. I got comments on that. Jesus.
Somebody said, "Do you have any thoughts on Stadia and if it will actually impact? It will have any impact on the evolution of gaming, or will it go by the wayside, mostly ignored?" Sorry, frog in my throat. Unfortunately, I personally think that Stadia is going to continue on the path that it's gone down. And I'm saying this as a Stadia subscriber. I was a day one subscriber. I got the Founders Edition pack. I forgot what they called it, but I believe it was called Founders Edition. I've got the limited edition blue controller, whatever you want to say that color is. I'm colorblind, and I still do have my subscription.
You're not that colorblind.
But I've only played one game all the way through, beginning to end, on Stadia, and that was Red Dead 2. And granted, it played wonderfully, but there just hasn't been anything else on it that I've wanted to play that I'm not already going to play on my PC or my Switch.
But you're not the target for that, though, right?
I know I'm not the target, but the target for it isn't adapting to it either. And even if 10% of the target's adapting, the target is only 10% of the gaming market anyway, so they're only getting 10% of 10%, and it's just not looking where it's
not looking good.
Wait. So the target, correct me if I'm wrong here, because I don't really understand this shit either, because I'm in the same boat as you, but I don't try shit that doesn't apply to me. Like, you have that thing where you want to like try new stuff, and like if it doesn't actually apply to me, I don't want to try it. Yeah, right. So what I'm saying is so the concept for Stadia is if you have a shitty computer but good internet.
Shitty. You don't have to have a computer at all. You just need a Chromecast.
You just need to have like internet capacity, right?
Yeah.
So if you have decent internet, you can play games that like normally you'd need like a PC like mine to play.
Yes.
Okay.
Or a console.
Right. So there are people like that, though.
Yes.
There's a lot.
There's a lot of those people, but most of those people also don't have internet good enough to hack it.
I just feel like Stadia came at the wrong time.
So it's like a little early.
No, not even early. It's just like I feel like if Stadia would have dropped in some limbo of like in between console generations where people were getting like complacent with what they had.
That's exactly when they did it.
But see, the problem is that people, when it did drop, people with consoles were already happy enough for their consoles that they didn't want that. And then, like you're saying, Donley, if you have a PC or a Switch, you're already playing everything you want to play. So I just feel like there's no place for it right now.
There is, though, because I've got guys.
This is the place for it right here. This is what I was looking for.
All right.
The absolute like still form and function for Stadia is the people that want to play games as cheap as possible.
True.
And the absolute cheapest way that I can think of to play a video game right now is to have decent internet, which almost everyone has decent internet, and to buy a Chromecast and a Stadia controller, and to have the free version of Stadia, and to buy your games on that. And that is, as far as I know, that's the most accessible way to AAA gaming right now on the market, right?
I mean, yes and no.
It is. I mean, it really, really is.
I just don't agree. Well,
but
because
what's the other option?
Cheaper.
So the only reason I don't agree is how many people, like realistically, the people that would have good enough internet to use this, do you think that they don't have a computer?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
or not a good enough computer.
Yeah, no, they probably have a computer.
MacBook.
Yeah, like
MacBook. If you're a Mac user, this was huge.
Okay, that's true.
And it's a lot easier for a lot of people to afford one $60 game, a $60 controller, and
not a $600
$30 for a Chromecast, $50 for a Chromecast.
Can you pull up how many Stadia users there are right now?
I don't know if it's a public knowledge. Well, listen, for example, so when I play Classic, wow, there's 40 of us that raid, ish. I'd say there's 5 or 6 people in the guild, if not more, maybe even 10, that are like playing on dog shit.
Yeah.
That are like the only game I can play is Classic. And it's a potato on this, and like people like that could do this.
But could they?
Yeah.
What? But then why don't they?
Contact solid numbers here.
What's the active users on Reddit? What did that Reddit post say right there?
It's gonna be all hearsay. They're not gonna release those numbers because
it'll. Yeah, there's 2.5 thousand people online the Reddit right now.
Yeah, but that's trash for a sub.
Yeah. It's not that good.
Even for the sub, it's under 100K. Like,
yeah. I mean, their third thing on Google is why did Google Stadia fail? And I guess in my opinion, it hasn't failed yet. But
see,
but it's already been written off.
In any console gamer or hardcore PC gamer's opinion, I'm sure they think it failed.
Well, okay, here's my comparison because with work, I work with lights, obviously, because electric.
Wait, you work with lights?
Yeah. LEDs were early.
Yeah.
This is LEDs.
Well, but you could say that about a lot of things.
Yeah, right. But that's what I'm saying is like
this,
it didn't fail. It just came out early.
Yeah, but some things, though, that come out too early, like before their time, they fail and then they never come back.
Right.
But somebody's asking about what Xbox and PlayStation are going to respond to this. Like, Xbox has already responded.
Yeah, Xbox has Game Pass.
Yeah, well, Xbox has Game Pass.
Well, I feel like their answer
Sony
to it right
give
now...
a fuck.
Their answer to it right now, no, I see that's not true.
Sony does give a fuck though because they have a digital only version of their console,
and
so they're
so
obviously
does Xbox.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna
digital only version of their console, but they're not offering. Sony doesn't have what Game Pass.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
What is it?
PlayStation Now.
Yes,
you can just get it online.
It's a subscription, and you just download games.
Wait, so I have.
So, but as far as I know, like. Right now, I have Xbox Game Pass,
right?
And I don't know if I can do it on an iPhone. I could go on my Android phone.
You can on iPhone. It's on Android only. No, you can't.
Okay.
It's Android only.
Well, on my Android phone, when I had one, I could open the Xbox Game Pass app up and play my Xbox games.
I got my water right there.
Don't. Okay.
What are you saying?
I was gonna tell Gears not to do that.
There it goes. Adios. Goodbye to the mic.
Yeah, basically. Tell that fucking tall gargantuan fuck that he's paying for that mic.
Oh, you're paying for the mic. You're paying for the mic.
You fucking caveman bastard fuck.
Oh, I love it. But no, what did Vogue say here? So wait, hold on. Oh.
No, but with PlayStation, you can't do that on any device, right? Like with PlayStation now.
No, I think you can on PC. I was just reading today on Reddit somewhere, like on PC. So. Because I googled like is Ghost of Tsushima ever gonna come out on PC, and it took me to a Reddit feed, and it was like people saying how they've been waiting for Horizon Zero Dawn to come out, and that the only way they could play it was through like PlayStation Now or something on an app on their PC.
Oh, interesting.
And then now, like it just got released or something, so you can just like buy it through Steam, I believe.
Ghost of Tsushima?
No, Horizon Zero Dawn. Like previously, Horizon Zero Dawn was only on like Sony Now or PlayStation Now or whatever it is.
Can you show me really quick on the screen?
You?
Yeah. Can you go to the?
You look like a fool.
Yeah, I just want to.
There you go, buddy.
Oh, jeez, I gotta get the fuck out. Christ. Oh, fucking Christ.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I think we always end up talking about this. Like, games eventually will go digital, but it's at this point it's just a matter of time. Like, it's just what the people want to hear.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think it's like LEDs. Yeah. LEDs didn't take off right away because they were expensive and people were like, well, yeah, the ballot. There's a lot of reasons why, but they're taking off now because they're cheaper and people have been like, well, we can just an LED's a little computer and they can be like, we can just bypass all that other shit. All we need is power.
Yeah,
that's what they're doing.
Well,
so
it's like the younger generations. I feel like as time goes on, there'll always be people that want to stick with what they've had. So like consoles or PC or whatever it is they play. But as time goes on, the newer generations, if they see like, if me, 20 years in the future as a 10-year-old or 13-year-old, if I see that I can play games by just buying a controller and a little plug-in into the TV, and I can play all the games that are on console and everything else, then I would do it because it's the easiest way to get it. I could just say, hey, like to my mom or my grandma or whoever, and say, just buy me this, and it's an easier fix for what I want.
Hey, what is cool, and like this is for me coming from a tech perspective because this took me a lot of effort and a lot of work, but I have used Stadia like in a hotel before.
That's cool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's not easy to use because hotel Wi-Fi
sucks.
But
what about hotspot?
Exactly. You got to do that.
Yeah. So see, I'm still too close to this fucking mic. God damn it. Okay. So this is the thing. If I'm, when I travel for work or whatever, I have my laptop.
Mic close to your face though.
Jeez, oh God.
What happens when you travel for work?
I have to bring my laptop, but my laptop just took a shit.
Wait, what laptop?
My Mac.
Why?
Because they suck.
Almost 10 years old.
Oh well, no,
it is 10 years old. I got it when I graduated high school.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's 10 years old.
That's perfectly okay.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
We graduated high school in 2014.
Oh yeah, 14. 6 years. Sorry, 6 years old.
That's kind of sketchy then. What year?
The T-pad's not working.
Oh.
So it's fine. Like if I brought it in my luggage and brought my mouse, it'd be fine.
Okay.
But
you just need a mouse.
I need to bring my mouse. Yeah,
okay.
but my laptop's function is not working properly. So let's say hypothetically I don't have a laptop anymore. If I go on like a week-long trip, or when I was supposed to go to Champaign for work, it was supposed to be for a month. It's like, so I'm just bringing my computer.
Right.
You know what I mean? If I got to go to fucking Dallas for 2 weeks, what am I going to do? Carry on my fucking PC?
Well, but can't you just throw a mouse in your shit?
Like. Right now, but I'm saying like if I only had a desktop computer and I wanted to play video games when I was in, would be a great option.
You would get a gaming laptop. You would get like a Asus gaming laptop. Yeah.
Right, but I don't want to do that. I'm saying if I didn't have the finance, like if I couldn't.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, it would be cool to be able to like, I don't know. I always think that things like Apple tries to make Apple shit work together really well, and it does for the most part. I think like it kind of flows well.
It does 100%.
Yeah, but like I just still think it'd be cool if we were at a point where like I could throw something on my computer or my TV by going like that. And then just pick up my controller, hit a button, and like.
Well, yeah.
And like I think we're gonna get there.
We're close.
We're close.
Like I mean, we can technically do that. With my Apple TV, I can cast anything that I have straight from your TV.
From your Apple products, though.
Yeah.
See, because Apple is still in their closed loop.
Yeah, but that's. I mean,
but like, what if I'm in a hotel? What if the hotel's not an Apple TV?
Well, yeah, then
that's what I'm saying. But see the problem now.
But if the hotel TV is a smart TV, then you could still do that.
Right, if it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like that's all I mean is like I feel like there's always going to be like that one step of like this this hardware is gonna have to work with this software, and it's not always gonna work like that.
No, and we're not there yet, but we're gonna get closer. We're gonna get to a point where all the lights in the room are LEDs all the time. We're gonna get the same thing with this.
All the lights in
this room
are LEDs.
Are LEDs, right? That's what I'm saying though. But like for example, and I don't want to get too far into it, but like it's hilarious. It's a funny comparison, but because I do deal with it every day, I deal with it. You know, it's what's in my mind. We still sell customers fluorescent, like we have a bunch of school districts, right?
Like actual fluorescent lights.
Yeah. So and fluorescent is the next best thing behind LEDs. It's incandescents are the ones that are really really bad that you can't even really buy anymore.
Right.
But with fluorescents, so we have a bunch of customers that are school districts. And like villages, you know what I mean, village of Naperville, or Naperville school district or whatever. Like we sell them fluorescents because they go out faster and have to buy more. If we sell them LEDs, they won't buy them anymore.
Good.
But they're not smart enough to be like, we want all LEDs for the school.
Right.
So.
Oh well, then you're still cunts.
Well, I'm not the one selling to them, but I'm just saying like those people like that aren't there yet, you know, and that's the same thing with this. People who are like even you're still big on the consoles. You're like I'm not, but even you're thinking about buying a PC right now.
Well, yeah,
I'm saying like,
but I would still keep my consoles.
We talked about like the dad gamer.
Yeah.
Who just buys a PS5 when he gets Christmas sprays or whatever.
Yeah.
And then when he gets off work, he plays his PS5. One button, boots up, loads COD.
Yeah, sits down on the couch. Plays the game for a while.
So, and that's still a very, very real thing, but
for now.
Going away. It's for sure going away. I feel like I'm echoing. Is Kyle's mic picking me up a little bit?
Probably. I don't know.
It might just be because I took my headphones off. I'm readjusting to having the double voice, but
be used to it again.
Yeah. Okay. What else we got to talk about? How long we been going, Dons?
We're an hour 16 minutes.
16.
Okay. It is a weekday, so I'd be down to cut it off like right at around 2 hours.
Yeah. I'm down for whatever. I want to talk about this Cuddy release.
I haven't listened to it yet.
That's wild.
Dude.
That's wild.
I know.
I was honestly hoping we could like really get into the Cuddy release.
I'm a piece of shit, honestly,
Dude,
for having not listened to it yet.
I remember like we said the other night when you were like, "Oh, the Cuddy dropped," and then I figured you'd literally throw it on right after that.
Like I was going to, I even rolled a blunt for it. And then my plans got changed.
Didn't listen to the Cuddy, like.
Yeah, I'm a piece. I honestly suck. Like I need to, like at this point, like I need to go buy another blunt to roll to listen, so I can listen to the album.
Well, I just want to say this, and then we don't even have to talk about it because if you don't know about it,
we can talk about it next pod.
All I want to say is that I feel like it's finally a return to Cuddy.
That's what I've heard.
Like it's actually a return to Cuddy. Like what was it? Speeding Bullet to Heaven.
That was bad.
What was bad?
Yeah, like that album.
Wizard.
Wizard was pretty good.
What the fuck is Wizard?
That's his rock album.
Wait,
Cuddy
it was called Wizard.
Yeah, WZRD.
Oh yeah, I listened to that. Yeah, that was
not that good.
It wasn't a Kid Cudi album though. It was like Wizard.
That was real bad.
I think it was real bad.
It wasn't real bad, but it wasn't Man on the Moon.
Passion Pain and Demon Slaying was decent.
See, hey,
I don't even know if I listened.
That's what I was gonna say. So did it go Wizard and then Speeding Bullet, or Speeding Bullet, Wizard, and then
the order you just said?
Wizard, Speeding Bullet, Passion Pain, Demon Slaying.
I never listened to Passion Pain. I don't think
you would probably know the big song Surfin'. I think it's called.
Maybe
that album.
I would sing it, but I don't know if I can.
That album was like almost. I was like, all right, Cuddy is almost back.
Yes.
Like when he dropped that, I was like, okay, Cuddy. Like
I saw Cuddy live shortly after that album came out.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
Dude, he's so good live.
He put on a fantastic show.
He is so fucking good live.
I'm jealous.
He's so good live.
I've seen him twice now. Once with you, and then that show.
Where did you see him?
Lala. Oh, dude, he's a fucking murderer live.
Awesome.
He's so good.
We were nice and close, too.
I would say, obviously behind Dave, I'd say he's probably top 5 that I've seen live.
You haven't seen shit live, though.
That's true. I haven't. But, like, I would say behind Dave, the second best that I saw live was probably Florence. And then...
she's not even close to my top 5 that I've seen
and
live.
then probably...
Florence?
Probably then... Probably then Cuddy. Probably. I'd say he's 3 or 4. He's so good live. He's awesome. And... This is my opinion on Cuddy, and this is my opinion on the album. I listened to it.
Yeah.
It's good, but I have an issue with a lot of these artists, and I think this is why Mac resonated with me so much. I feel like none of them are getting better. Like, I still don't think Man on the Moon 3 was as good as Man on the Moon or Man on the Moon 2.
No.
Right. But for me, I am of the opinion that...
That's not fair, though.
Well, why?
I mean, granted, I haven't listened to it yet, but, like, it shouldn't be as good as the first two.
Why not?
Because, like, those are masterpieces.
Okay, what about Kanye? I don't think Kanye's made anything that's been as good as MDT... Dark Twisted Fantasy.
I think Yeezus is better than Fantasy.
I don't.
No, I disagree with that.
I think Kids See Ghosts is better than Fantasy too.
No,
but see,
you're
Kids See Ghosts, that's
crazy.
That's Cuddy and Kanye.
I could at least respect the Yeezus.
Mac Miller, Campus Tour 2013. Brandon said.
Ooh,
the thing with Mac, and I don't think you guys agree with this. With Mac, is that I think that the last two albums, including the Postmortem, which technically wasn't even actually finished, are the best thing that he put out.
Well, see, the thing with Mac is that I think is different with a lot of other artists. The problem with a lot of other artists, like you said, I feel like artists, they blow up and then they get complacent. They get content with where they're at. Mm-hmm. And a lot of artists, like, if they get so popular, they're like, oh, like, I can just do whatever and I don't really have to try.
Yeah, but, like, at the same time, you say that, but, like... And I'm going to say something blasphemous right now.
All right.
But is Under the Table and Dreaming Dave's best album? Arguably?
No.
It depends on. I think it depends on your preference, but some people would say so. But I think Big Whiskey. I think Big Whiskey's better.
A lot of people would say so.
That Under the Table is best. I mean,
no.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Sure.
It's got the best songs.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Well, it does. Crush.
No. I think Big Whiskey.
Crash is the name of the album.
Sorry.
I think Big Whiskey undoubtedly has the best grouping of songs from like more like melodramatic stuff to like bangers, as in, like, put it this way. If I have someone who's never listened to Dave and I'm like, I'm a huge Dave fan, like, and they're like, oh, like, I've never really listened to him, I'm going to show them Big Whiskey.
I agree with that.
And, like, in that, just that idea alone, that's his best album. That's his best studio album. That's his best album overall, because that's the type of album that you could show anyone and they would get a little taste of all the different types of Dave.
See, but I feel like Big Whiskey doesn't even fall into my top 3 Dave records.
What do you think? What are you thinking?
My personal top 3, in any order, I guess, because the order is tough for me. But my favorite 3 are Crowded Streets, Busted Stuff, and Under the Table.
All right, so I'm gonna pull up.
See,
Dave
Busted Stuff would be my second.
Okay.
And then I think I do Under the Table.
So. See,
and
I'm
Big
gonna
Whiskey's
be.
your favorite?
I think so. Yeah.
I'm gonna be an outlier.
Maybe honestly, Busted Stuff might be number 1. The issue that I have with Busted Stuff, well, I guess not the issue, but are like half the songs on Busted Stuff from the Lily White sessions?
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Is I feel like
most of the songs on Busted Stuff are the Lily White sessions.
Yeah, so it counts obviously, but to me, I don't know, Big Whiskey, especially with all the stuff with Leroy and stuff. I just. That's to me my favorite. And then honestly, I would do Crash. See, Crash is the album that got me into Dave.
Yeah.
See, Away from the World got me into Dave.
Yeah, but that's his new. That was the newest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See.
But there was a point where I could sing front to back Crash, like studio, all the way through.
So if we're saying top 3, what's your top 3? If you have to say a top 3, say 3, 2, 1.
Three would probably be Crash or Under the Table. 3, 4, and then 2 would probably be Busted Stuff, right? Or Great. What's the album? What's the name of the album?
Busted Stuff. Yeah.
And then 1 would probably be Big Whiskey. I think.
All right, and Donnelly, what is yours?
3. Okay, I'll go 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
3 Busted Stuff. 2 Under the Table. 1 Before the Crowded Streets.
See, I feel like I'm going to sound crazy saying this, but honestly, for me, it's going to be 3. 3 is actually going to be Come Tomorrow.
That's fair.
Now, the reason being is because there's so many good songs on this.
Yeah.
And they're all just like, to me, these are all like Dave in his prime.
See,
like,
but for Dave, like from what I've read on the Dave subreddit and like Dave like fan boards and stuff.
Right.
Like all the Dave fans that are like old heads.
They hate Come Tomorrow.
Yeah.
But they didn't like Away from the World either.
Exactly.
Right.
So fuck them, basically.
But yeah, fuck them. I agree. But like people that have been listening to Dave longer than we've been alive say that it's not prime Dave and it's more solo Dave.
Well, I mean,
it is. Come Tomorrow is definitely the most solo album besides a solo album.
Yes,
it is. But I think that
that's just hard.
I think the issue that I have with like the old heads that are like, oh, it's not as good.
See, honestly, they were complaining. I'm gonna have Boss's Stuff at number 2. You Never Know is my favorite Dave song, I think.
See, and that's. Let me finish my top 3 really quick. All I was gonna say is, Come Tomorrow is my number 3. Busted Stuff is number 2, and then Big Whiskey is number 1. Like,
yeah.
And obviously, like, if you could round out, 5, Crash and or Under the Table, and Before These Crowded Streets would be. No, I'm sorry. Number 4 would be Away from the World. 5 would be probably Crash.
See, and then that just shows the breadth of Dave music because Before These Crowded Streets is like a handed number 1 for me.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Before These Crowded Streets?
Easy number 1.
So I have a
Where's
question.
Where's Meyer at? I feel like Meyer's in agreement with me on that one.
I have a question about kind of just in all these artists that have these like catalogs as far as of a discography, right? Like if there's an album that everybody says is a top 3 album, that's the best album then, right?
The top. Wait.
If like every fan, they list their top 3, and every fan is like it's either 1, 2, or 3. Mm-hmm. One album.
Please listen to Dave. Dave slaps.
It's in 1, 2, or 3. So like I feel like everybody that's a Kanye fan says Dark Twisted Fantasy is one of the top 3.
Yeah.
So that means it's his best album.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Because they're in agreement that at least that one is in the top 3.
Right. Like he likes Yeezus. I don't like Yeezus.
I don't like it at all.
Right. But
it's not even.
It's not my type of music. But he loves it. But everybody thinks Dark Twisted Fantasy is a top 3 album. Now, like I don't know anybody who doesn't.
My top 3 Kanye albums, not including Kids See Ghosts because it doesn't count.
Yeah.
Are Late Registration, Yeezus, Fantasy.
Right. And I would say Late Registration is probably order. 3 for me.
Late Registration is my favorite.
See, I'm going to say how you did, Donley. Like, you said you like Kids See Ghosts.
Yeah.
My top 3 for Kanye, and I'm not even a big Kanye fan, but I can definitely still list top 3.
Yeah.
It would be probably 808s and Heartbreaks. And then...
I do love that album.
And then
Me too.
No Church in the Wild.
That's not an album.
That's Watch the Throne.
Watch the Throne.
Sorry,
but Watch the Throne and Kids See Ghosts don't count.
It's exactly. But that's what I was saying. Like, because he said Kids See Ghosts, but like it's
retracting my Kids See Ghosts love because I really do love that.
When
album.
I think of Kanye though, I think of Watch the Throne.
Yeah, I think
Watch the Throne.
I love Watch the Throne too.
It's so
Watch
good.
the Throne.
Like that is like that.
But
was,
I love
my mind,
that was me of Kanye.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That was prime
it's
Kanye.
So good.
It was Watch the Throne.
Good.
Like that's when he was just like
at the top.
Still at the top. Like,
Otis might be one of my favorite songs ever.
Oh yeah,
that song is ridiculous.
That song goes so hard.
Mine is No Church in the Wild.
That's one of the best beats in hip hop.
Yeah,
is Otis. Like anybody who could rap over that, it's so good.
It's good. I don't think anybody can rap over it.
Well, besides maybe that's why it's so good is because it's Kanye and Jay-Z on it.
Exactly.
But man, dude, I love that album.
It's tasty.
I just want to go back to this really quick before we get completely off of it. So like Kid Cudi progressing from Man on the Moon to where he is now, and all I was gonna say with comparison to Mac before we got into like favorite albums and whatnot is that I feel like with Mac, he went from just like, like a backpack rap, like high school rapper, to progressing to like being really well known to bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then, I feel like a really big impart for him was like Faces. Yes. Like when he hit Faces, that was like, that was the end.
To me.
But Faces
no, but see,
right before
watching,
that. Right.
No, I thought it was watching movies and then Faces.
Faces was first, I think.
I thought it was Macadelic Faces, then movies.
I believe
I'll check
so.
it right now.
I'm pretty sure Faces is after watching movies. But regardless, all I'm saying is that like when we got to that era of Faces and watching movies, that was a very different Mac from anything anyone had seen before.
Yeah.
Faces came out 2014. Watching movies with the sound off came out 2013. You were right, Charles.
Yeah, I knew it.
To me, see, I think that about Macadelic.
Yeah, that's how I always felt about
was
Macadelic.
the ascension of
like that was like the
high school rapper to
because that was
to like drug rapper.
But like there was still, oh yeah, you're right. It went from like more into drugs. But all I'm saying is that Mac went from like
this had like a few bangers that were like aliens fighting robots. Like Mac never had a song like that before. Like before that.
Or no, even yeah, you're right.
But okay, so my point though, I guess my point is, to me, Mac was still ascending.
And that's what I'm saying.
With swimming in circles.
But I'm saying I feel like he never got content.
No.
Like Mac was always like, I want to make a better project than I made last. Right. And even through the shit that he went through that like made him make these different projects, he was still trying to make a better one than he did before. And like with Cudi, I'm not a huge Cudi fan, so like I don't know as well. But I feel like Cudi was like, all right, I'm gonna drop this shit. It blew up, and then like he was like, well, he like basically quit music for a while.
I think it's because Cudi got sober.
Yeah, Cudi got sober and then dealt with his depression.
Right.
And his music sucked when he was sober.
But he was also the most depressed at that time when he was making garbage music.
But see, then all he wanted to do, though, I feel like he wasn't like, all right, I'm going to make the best album ever. He was like, I want to make something that was good as what I made before.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? He wasn't like, all right, I'm ready to make the best shit I've ever made. He was just like, all right, like, I need to make what the people remember me for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, like, same thing, I want to really touch on Chance.
Dude,
what do you guys
think talk about Chance?
Like, yeah, like, so perfect example with Chance. I feel like Chance, he blew up too big, too fast, and then he was literally just like,
I was so into Chance.
Oh, dude, everyone was. Acid rap, like, dude,
acid rap, dude.
Everyone was into Chance, and then he was basically just like, oh well, I can do whatever I want and not even try, and people will still listen to me.
But like the thing was,
the coloring book was good.
Exactly, Chance 3 coloring book was good, dude. Like, and I was at that point, even like when coloring book came out, I was the most like angry atheist that I've ever been.
Yeah.
Like I was like super depressed, angry at the world, staunchly atheist.
And you still liked it?
And I still slapped coloring book.
See,
coloring book went hard.
I was not a huge fan of coloring book. I thought it was good, but I still think it was a decline overall. If that makes sense. Like I don't think it was a bad project. But
I think acid rap was 1,000 times better than coloring
exactly,
book.
But that's what I mean. Like, and that's the problem. Like, in all I'm saying,
but like all I can say is to this day, I still like. I don't
even know the name of the new album. I don't remember it. God is Good.
The Big Day.
The Big Day. That's it. So basically,
God is Good. That should be the name.
Let's talk about Chance. I was in love with fucking Chance. I was so into Chance. Chance was fucking Fire McGuire. I thought acid rap was the shit.
Absolutely. It was. For like everyone.
Exactly. For everyone. He was on top of the world, and he was from Chicago, which is, our city. We're not from Chicago, but we're close enough to feel the love,
I'm just kidding. But,
but basically, coloring book wasn't as big of a hit for me, but it wasn't the utter and sheer disappointment that I felt listening to, what is it, The Big Day?
The Big Day. So it's so bad.
Here's my Big Day story. That album came out. I was at work when the album came out, and I was hyped beyond belief. I was like, new chance. Oh my god, new chance. It's like 30 fucking songs. I can't believe Chance just dropped an album with like 30 fucking songs, and I get to go home and listen to it.
It was all trash.
I threw it on in the car on the way home from work, and like by the time I got home, I was so depressed. And I sat in a parking lot and listened to the rest of the album. Dead ass. I sat in my car, listened to the rest of the piss fucking shit album that I had already decided to start putting myself through, because all that was going through my head, I was like, okay, I have to listen to this album beginning to end, because as a music person, that's what I do. And as a fan of Chance, I have to listen to it once. But this is the only time I can ever listen to this. And that's the only time I've ever listened to it since.
It's terrible.
It's horrible.
From what I've heard, like I've done research. Like I've watched a lot of YouTube videos on this album. I've done a lot of research. Basically, the moral of the story, I guess, is that there was like a huge disagreement from like Chance's longtime friend / manager, and Chance like fired him halfway through the production of the album, because I guess at the beginning Chance told him his old manager that he was like, I'm not going to set scheduled times to bring people in the studio. He's like, I'm just going to chill. And when I think it's right, I'm going to hit him up and we'll just go in the studio. And then when they went in the studio, it wasn't even like, all right, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. It was just like.
They were chilling.
We're just going to chill. And if you get some good ideas, we'll just run with it. And I guess the whole album is basically just like freestyles.
It's terrible.
It's really bad.
Trash. But see, that's what I mean.
Okay, listen though.
Chances, he thought he could do that, but like he couldn't.
Listen though.
But are you still talking about Chance?
I'm.
Don't change about Chance.
I'm not changing about Chance, but artists are entitled. I'm getting drunk. Artists are entitled to have a bad project. Years. Like Divine Feminine was bad.
No, whoa.
I think it was bad.
No.
I don't like Divine Feminine. There's a couple good songs on it, but the project isn't that good.
Overall, Divine Feminine is not a highlight of Mac's discography.
Right, yes.
Wait, but it's good.
But it's still good.
I don't think it's that good.
I like it a lot.
Maybe it's because I hold it to a high standard compared to the rest of his work, but I don't think it's that good.
Real quick.
See, that is a bad take, yours. Thank you.
That's a bad take.
And I don't think Kanye's most recent album is that good either.
What was that?
The Jesus one?
Yeah.
That shit's fucking horrible.
Okay, well.
Wait, what is?
But I'm saying like
Kanye's Jesus album.
You're entitled to have a bad. You're entitled to have a bad project.
I listen to Divine Feminine more than I do Good AM, Swimming, and Circles.
Well, you're fucked for not listening to Swimming in Circles.
You're an outlier, Donley, because like Good AM is
good as fuck.
Handedly better than Divine Feminine.
Good AM is my least favorite Mac project.
See, it's my absolute favorite Mac project. I take that back.
Watching movies is still my favorite.
I always thought Good AM was too cookie cutter.
Good AM is number 2. Good AM is my second favorite album of his.
I wish they'd put Faces on streaming platforms. I need to get the rights to that shit.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, I know. But
I have it on my computer.
I mean, no, you can get it, but I'm saying like it should just be on Spotify like Kids is.
Right.
Yeah. I'm sure they're working on it.
But with Chance, last thing I'll say about Chance, I have heard, and what Kyle was just talking about attributes to this. Yeah. I have heard from very good authority that Chance is a super douche to like the highest exponent.
Mm-hmm.
And that was always upsetting to me, like hearing that. I was like, damn, like I loved Chance growing up, and I thought he'd be cool as fuck. And it turns out that he's like a narcissistic dick fuck.
Yeah, he's a dickhead.
Yeah, and that sucks.
He's actually a dickhead.
Like I know somebody that like works for festivals and whatnot, and worked at a festival with Chance, and like he like rode a 4-wheeler around like tripping balls on way too much acid, and was like wrecking shit on his 4-wheeler. Like, what? Yeah, like.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What the hell?
And I was just like, damn, like I don't want to hear that shit. Like I used to like him, but that was after the album came out, so I was like, fuck Chance.
I heard a bad story about him too, actually. It was like one of Jordan's friends or something like that. Like, I guess one of her friends like lived in the city, and Chance, it was like not too long after Acid Rap.
Mm-hmm.
He was like super famous at this point, and it was like a Friday or Saturday night, and he wanted to like come back to the city and like just go to a random house party, right?
Okay.
And so you would think, all right, yeah, like Chance, like he grew up there.
Yeah.
And he wanted to go back and like party with like, you know, his people.
Sure.
Well, I guess he shows up at this party and then does not let anyone come near him. And he just had like 4 bodyguards around him the whole time, stayed for like a half an hour and left, did not speak to anyone.
Sounds about right.
And I just feel like that's whack.
Sounds like a fun guy.
It's like pointless. Like, why do you even go?
Jesus. Cannot get.
What's the even point of showing up?
Yeah. Yeah, Chance's newest shit sucked, but like I said, I'm willing to give everybody the benefit of the doubt on one project. So like if his next shit sucks too,
I would give him the benefit of a doubt, if he didn't stand by it.
Right.
If he wasn't like, you guys are wrong.
Yeah, but his stands like do think it's good.
No, they don't.
No.
No one thinks it's good.
He's got like
and
he's
on
got
top
like a
of
Twitter
that,
crew of people that are like
there might
Jesus
be like
people that
6
are like, yes.
people that have listened to that album and enjoy it.
Echo
but
chamber,
like,
I guess.
that is actually not an overstatement.
I know that he literally like he basically was trying to sue news outlets
for talking shit about
because they said the album was trash. And, like, he was attacking them.
He had, like, a hissy fit.
Yeah, he said, like, you have to take this down. Like, you have to take it down. And he just freaked out.
Wow.
Hey, I want to touch on one more thing, music, and then we can go on.
What are we at? What are we at time?
Hour 30.
What's the chat look like? Are we dwindling on videos?
We're dwindling on viewers. We're at 8. For the 8 that are still hanging with us.
That's actually not terrible though. We were at 15.
You're at 16.
16. We're at half.
We're 50%.
I mean, I think that's like. It sounds like I listen to podcasts, and I don't know how much you guys do. I know Donnelly doesn't. Do you?
Occasionally.
It sounds like the hour mark. They're like it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, for sure.
Viewer wise. So
viewership's growing. Oh, we're back up to 11. It looks like. What up?
Hey.
Yo, so let me touch on this really quick. So I don't know if you guys have listened to it or have an opinion. I would love to get your opinion because I've listened to a decent amount of his discography. It's been like wishy-washy here and there.
Trippy Red, whole lot of red.
Not Trippy. Everyone knows what happened a little bit ago. Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, dude, I like Machine Gun Kelly.
Okay, thank you. So here's the thing. So
wait, what happened? I don't know what happened.
So no, I was gonna say with Eminem.
Oh yeah.
So like this is a thing with Machine Gun Kelly. I think is wild.
That was the best thing that's ever happened to Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah, he's a smart dude.
I love like emo rock and shit. Okay, like punk rock, old school, like Pierce the Veil, Sleeping with Sirens, all that type of shit. Mayday Parade, like all the old shit that would be at like Warped Tour. I'm like super into it now. So the fact that Machine Gun Kelly got murdered by Eminem and then resurrected as a punk rocker is just fucking fire to me.
It's
like,
awesome.
And not only is it fire, he's actually really good at singing and plays the fuck out of guitar.
He's a good artist.
Yep.
Yes.
Super good artist, yeah.
It's sick.
I used to talk major shit about Machine Gun Kelly, and you guys can both probably remember that.
Yeah, you did.
I don't really, but what was his one-hit wonder song?
Oh, I don't.
Wild Boy.
Wild Boy. That shit fucking slapped too.
Yeah, it did.
But like that shit was annoying.
Yeah, but it went hard as fuck.
But back when he was like this like battle rapper, like speed rapper, I wasn't into him. And then he started getting slower and more emotional, and now he does punk rock. I'm all for it.
See,
yes.
You were talking shit about Jack Harlow the other day though too.
Yeah, I'll keep talking shit about Jack Harlow.
This is the thing. I feel like you talk shit about white like trap artists.
Yeah, I do.
And like. This is the consensus opinion, or at least my consensus
but Jack
opinion.
Harlow's garbage.
Is all of that shit is garbage, but you just like your lane of the garbage.
Exactly.
So like, I don't think that he's any more or less garbage.
I should have went to that Waka concert with you.
I don't think he's any more or less garbage than like any of the trap artists. They're all fucking garbage, but the beats go hard, and it's just like what you can relate to. And I like Harlow. I like him a lot, actually.
I haven't listened to much of him.
Dude, his shit is like, it's like corny white rapper shit, but like that's what I like. That's literally what I like.
Yeah.
I like Mac. Yeah. I like G-Eazy. Like I like.
I don't like G-Eazy anymore. He sucks now.
I like Harlow.
I used to like G-Eazy.
I like Lil Dicky, who's like the unironic like corny white rapper.
You used to ride G-Eazy, dude.
Yeah, and then his
I didn't even know if I listened to his newest shit. Honestly.
Yeah, his newest album is trash.
He's got it's like a feature album, isn't it? He's got a bunch of features and shit.
It's not good.
It's not good.
But I'm just saying, I like
this guy says Harlow's spiritual predecessor to Drake. That's probably why I don't like fucking
to Drake.
Sure, this guy says predecessor. You mean successor?
Successor to Drake?
No,
I feel like Drake is hot garbage.
He's not.
And
he's
Jack
like
Harlow is double hot garbage.
I feel like there's an artist who honestly, Drake. Just to touch on really quick, I feel like Drake.
I don't know who Hobo Johnson
way
is.
Up. Oh, hey, Hobo Johnson is actually good, but he's not really a rapper. He's kind of weird, but he's good. But no, really quick, Drake like blew up, went super fucking high, and then I feel like he just got like stuck at the top and now doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
He makes fucking elevator music now.
Dude, although it all sucks.
Some of it, his projects suck. But he always has like
he has fire singles.
Yes, he always has like a song or two off a project that like go hard.
Yeah, unbelievably fire.
But I don't know, man. It's like I gotta get this fucking mic right. I'm driving myself nuts. Fuck. I should never have gotten up. It was such a mistake to get up. I'm fucking so mad at myself.
I
kill myself. No, I wanted my fucking water bottle. Right. I should have just grabbed. I didn't realize you had like multiple water bottles.
Yeah.
I gotta figure this. Okay, I think we're good. But this is the thing, like, I think that Jack Harlow, to me, is he reminds me of like young Mac, like backpack rapper.
Right.
But what I always think about when I hear his music, he's like the guy. What's this famous Sammy Adams song?
I don't like that guy either.
I don't like him either. I don't like him either. But
I know what you're talking about. I don't
remember the college song, right?
Like all of those like white like college rappers. I don't like any of them except for Mac.
Yeah, but I think Harlow's beats are. He has good taste in beats, and like he's smooth.
Yeah.
Like his raps are smooth. He doesn't sound like choppy or like I don't know. Like it sounds smooth, and I feel like it's rare you can find somebody that can rap over like hard beats like that is like relevant. Like I don't know.
I mean, there's
relevant to me.
There's a bunch of people. They might not be white.
Right. Well, relevant. But I'm talking like it's hard to find like it's hard to resonate with like the baby.
Well, I know exactly.
When he's talking about like going to prison.
That's
and,
why
like,
I don't understand. I
like,
honestly don't understand how like trap rap blew up as much as it did. Like when the fucking Migos are on the radio and shit.
But
like,
because it goes hard.
And like the baby with Dua Lipa, like.
Yeah,
I don't get that shit.
Like trap music, the whole.
I get it goes hard, but like trap was bigger. Like if this makes sense, trap rap, like OG, like trap and drill rap was bigger when we were like in high school.
Yes.
And like now it's just more mainstream.
Well,
if that makes sense. Like it was more popular back then. Now it's just mainstream. I feel like there's a difference between something being legitimately popular and something just being mainstream.
I think it's better now though.
I mean, I guess.
I think that's why it's become mainstream because the people doing it have gotten better at it.
I don't know about that. Like,
I don't agree.
I feel like nothing will ever touch Gucci's trap back in that category. Like,
oh yeah.
No. I don't. I mean, maybe as like a single album, but the genre has gotten better. Like the top 10 trap rappers right now are better than the top 10 in 2012.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Gucci Mane.
But Gucci's still he's not dead.
I just think like back then it was like all the Chicago rappers, like that's when like Chief Keef was
Lil
like
Durk's newest project's pretty fucking good.
Well, like, but see, that's another like Lil Durk is like he is like a, what would you call it, like a special, there's like a special spot for what Lil Durk is doing, because I feel like there's so many rappers when he was like blowing up that were just like him, and he's one of the few that made it out and is still popular. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, okay, I'm trying to think about a good way to put this. Let me take a sip of my whiskey. You guys can keep talking.
No problem. But I don't know.
Dolly said he's on timeout. or we're something happened. I don't know, but he's Donnelly's on timeout. Okay. I feel like me and Kijo used to argue about this all the time, right? And so I always liked lyrics. I'm still a big lyric guy.
100%.
I'm a lyric first music listener.
Mm-hmm.
And Kijo and I this was like before I kind of like finally eased into the whole like trap music thing. I was like, how do you listen to this? It's garbage. Like you can barely understand them. It's like, it goes hard.
He would probably just say the beat just goes hard.
It goes hard. That was literally his response. It goes hard. And so that's kind of where I'm at with trap. Just anything. If it goes hard and I like it, if it sounds good, regardless of what's being said, I'm like, okay, this is good. And that's why I feel like that guy's trash and that guy's good, but they're both just like going hard in their own lane. You can't say that. They're just both good.
I guess, but see, I feel like I'm where Donley's at, and that is the fact that I like to say that a rapper can do both. Like they can have good lyrics and go hard.
Yeah.
So it's like that's
they
when,
can,
like,
yeah.
So
but I think Jack Harlow's lyrics are good, but I can resonate with his lyrics because I'm a fucking 25-year-old white guy.
Yeah, and that's fine. But all I'm saying is like when people are like, oh, like this shit is fire because it just goes hard, but the lyrics are trash. then I'm like, oh, so then it's not fire. Like, just the beat's good. Like, I'm like, oh, like, it's not good at all. Like, the beat just
but he
goes
raps
crazy.
Smooth. To me, he raps smooth. Like, he's got a smooth rap.
I've not listened to nearly
listen
enough.
To his, he just dropped a new project. Listen to it.
Jack Harlow did?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think my boy Anthony Fantano gave it like a 1.
Yeah, but that guy sucks.
He's all right.
I've watched a lot of his videos, and he's pretty spot on most of the time.
That guy sucks pretty bad, honestly.
You think so?
I hate people who do like actual music critic.
What are we doing right now?
Bullshitting.
We're critiquing music.
But when I'm not critiquing anybody, where I'm saying like
I am. I just called like 4 people shitty, and who am I?
But
I feel like there is.
Like, I'm not sitting here giving people scores on their music.
I feel like there is a basis to stand on, though, like whether music is good or not.
I agree with that.
But see, not everyone does. Like, some people are like, oh, it's all like to each their own. But I feel like it can't be to an extent, because like if it was to all each their own, then every single person who ever tried to get in the music industry would be in.
Right.
So, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
no.
everyone who's in currently might be good enough to get in, but then that doesn't mean that everyone's in right now is actually good. Because there's so many people.
If it was easy, everybody would do it. But what I'm saying is, like, it's easy to distinguish between something being, like, good and bad, and something being good and great.
Well, yeah, but, like, I feel like the easiest way to put this is if you compare professional athletes to professional artists, like singers / rappers.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way to put it. Like, obviously someone like, think of a good example here.
Like 1% of high school football players move on to play college.
Right.
And 1% of 1% of Division 1. So 1% of high school athletes play college football.
Yeah.
And 1% of Division 1 college athletes play in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
So you figure you've got 1% of a quarter of 1%.
Yeah,
of high school athletes.
Tiny.
Yeah, it's very, very, like, it's, but you got to realize you could be football's an easy one to say this in because it's only in the United States, but you could be a top 10% active player in football and never play it down on college football.
Right.
Hypothetically, because so few people play above collegiate and above, that if you're a really, really good college athlete, or a high school football player, but you never move on to college.
Where's this analogy going? I'm lost.
Like, we're talking about how hard it is to be like, actually good in the music industry or in sports.
All I was talking about is how Gears might like someone, but they could still be trash. Like, that's the point I was trying to make. I'm trying to say that, like, for example, if you have, who's a good example? Like, Johnny Manziel. Mm-hmm. He's a perfect example, okay? He was amazing in
won
college.
Heisman. Awesome.
Amazing in college. Tried to play in the NFL and didn't do shit.
Yeah. Okay. Which could have been because of the team he was on.
Okay, but all right.
I'll digress on that. But
here's another example. Baker Mayfield. Okay.
Yeah.
He's like pretty. How would you say? He's pretty okay. Like, he's above average NFL quarterback, I would say.
He currently has the same stats as Brady had in the same year.
That, though.
Okay.
So he's average, but
yes,
top 16 quarterback in the NFL
for sure. But would you say he's as good as
Mahomes?
No, I would say like as someone like Russell Wilson. Would you say he's as good or better than Russell Wilson?
No.
Not
right. Not yet.
No.
Or maybe not ever, but not right now. No.
So you know who I'm thinking about in comparing those two people? I could think like Jack Harlow and like Mac Miller.
Yeah.
So it's like you could like Harlow more than Mac, but that doesn't mean he's better than him.
I don't like him more than Mac.
I know,
sure.
but I'm just saying. Like for people in like music across the board, like some random 16-year-old girl could absolutely love like Tyga.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but then if you have someone like J. Cole or Kendrick who are lyrically and in every way, shape, and form a better rapper and artist than Tyga.
Wait, is J. Cole good?
Yes.
Yes, J. Cole is fucking amazing. But if you have someone like that who's arms and
that's where consensus opinion I think matters.
But it doesn't.
It matters. It's got more weight. Okay, for a movie, right? If you put a movie on Rotten Tomatoes and the movie gets a 12, it probably sucks.
Yeah.
It realistically, you're not gonna find a 12 movie that you're like, holy fuck, this movie is fucking amazing.
But I could really like that movie.
You could.
What if I just love that movie?
Is
I like shitty movies.
The consensus, I do too, to an extent. But I'm saying the consensus opinion is what divides the good from great. Like everybody besides maybe 3 people, like 97 out of 1,000 or 97 out of 100.
Okay.
You know.
Here's an even better example. Like best of all. Okay, check this out. The Last of Us 2.
Okay.
Hated by millions. It won Game of the Year. The Last of Us 2. It was hated.
Well, that's
almost everyone.
That sounds like Taylor Swift to me.
Almost every single person that played the game hated it. They hated the story.
Yeah.
They hated the characters.
Doesn't everybody hate Taylor Swift and she keeps winning
hated
awards
the game. Too? Okay, they absolutely hated the game. And the game the other day in the Game Awards just won Game of the Year. Won like best direction, best story. Like it won a bunch of shit.
So I think there's this is a different argument. Because I think
wait. You're crazy, Alex. You're saying Kendrick over Cole. You're smoking crack.
I think Kendrick over Cole too.
Hell no.
Kyle, you're in the
I think you're in the minority there.
0.01% of people.
No, he's not.
I'm not.
It's actually
I'm the minority in this room, but that's okay.
So here's what I'm saying. I think critical opinion, like if you're a professional critic, quote unquote, and public sentiment don't always overlap.
No.
But I'm saying
it does
like
with Cole versus Kendrick
it
for
almost
sure.
always does.
Sure it does.
So like for example, like the best movies ever are the best movies ever because not only do critics love them, but also people love them.
But that's not always true.
That is true.
No,
it's almost always true.
No, it's not almost always true.
What's a great movie that's not critically acclaimed that everybody loves, like unanimously? It doesn't happen.
That's not a great movie.
It doesn't.
What's a great movie that is like critically acclaimed that
like
people
that would
don't
like if we were to go to the tomato meter and you saw a meter that was like 10% on the critic scale and 90 on the public sentiment, like the public scale. They just don't really exist.
There's lots of them.
Not that big of it. Like Star Wars is a good example because Star Wars gets bad critical reviews or gets good critic reviews and bad public reviews. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. But what I'm saying is, like Shawshank Redemption, 98% of everybody that's ever seen that movie is like, this fucking movie's amazing.
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction, it's like a 97% of
best movie ever.
It's great, right? Like these movies that you're like, everybody likes this. Those are the ones that are like, this is truly great. And I feel like that's the difference between like, I would never sit here and say, and
I have no idea what the fuck we're talking about.
We're just talking about like critiquing art. I think is where this is kind of tangentially gone.
My brain is stuck on the Cole versus Kendrick debate.
Well, like I think that most people would say Kendrick is better, but J. Cole like is actively putting out music, and I kind of forget Kendrick exists.
Wait, J. Cole's not actively putting out music.
Yeah, he is.
Not right now.
No,
his last project was like
3 years ago.
What?
No, it wasn't that long ago.
He put out music in like April.
He just put out 2 singles not too long ago.
Yeah, in like April or May.
Put out like an EP.
When's the last time?
2 years ago he dropped an album.
Yep. Wait, when was it in 18?
I don't know. I just see 18 on my thing here.
But like he put out 2 singles this year. I don't even know when the last thing that we heard from Kendrick is Damn.
Yeah. But Damn won Pulitzer.
Yeah, Damn is really good. But so is 2014 Forest Hills Drive.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is,
like 2014 Forest Hills Drive is objectively good because of the fact that it went diamond, right?
I think so.
It went diamond with no feature.
But
and I know that's like gotten memed.
I don't know.
But like that makes it objectively good.
I'm not a fan of Cole's newest 2 albums at all.
I thought. What's the most recent one? Get Off My Dick. Oh, KOD.
Yeah, not
KOD to me was okay, but the one before that I did really like.
See, it was KOD.
What?
Truly Yours.
No, it was KOD. The one before that was For Your Eyes Only.
No,
yeah, For Your Eyes Only.
No.
That's not a project, I don't think.
Yeah,
yes, it is. Truly Yours, J. Cole is an album that came out in 2017 after For Your Eyes Only. I'm looking at it.
What?
Wait, go back to that.
I don't know anything about that album.
Go back to For Your Eyes Only. No, go back.
You guys aren't. Wait, you can't see my title, can you?
Yeah, we can.
This?
Yeah.
You can see this?
Yeah.
How?
I can see it.
We can. It's
on
on the
the
screen.
Oh, you
What
guys
do
can
mean?
see it.
Oh.
The stream can't see it.
Oh, okay. Go to Yours Truly. Truly Yours.
This shit's garbage.
This is like a cipher, though, isn't it?
I don't think so.
Isn't it?
I don't know.
I haven't even heard of this.
I think it's like a cipher. I think it's like a. I don't think it's like an album.
It's not even on Apple Music.
Yeah. Go to the Wikipedia. I don't know. Fuck.
Yeah, Donley. It's legitimately. It's not even on Apple Music.
Oh, it's old stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like this is like a re-release or a cipher album. It's like not.
Oh well, it's hot garbage.
But the last two were For Your Eyes Only and KOD.
Well, so For Your Eyes Only slaps. KOD's garbage.
For Your Eyes Only is really good.
KOD has good songs. It's just not overall a great project.
KOD is fucking good. The song.
KOD, yeah, the song KOD, yeah. The song KOD.
And there's another song I can't read it because I'm blind.
So there's KOD, Photograph, The Cutoff, ATM, Motivate, Kevin's Heart, Brackets, Once an Addict.
Kevin's Heart is good.
Friends, Window Pane, and then 1985 outro or intro to the Fall Off.
Friends is really good too. I'm pretty sure.
There's a bunch of like KOD, Photograph, The Cutoff, ATM, Motivate, Kevin's Heart are all good. One to fucking 7. Honestly, 1 to 8 are good.
Big disagreement.
And then 9 and 10 suck. 11 and 12 are good. I like almost everything.
Go to For Your Eyes Only.
For Your Eyes Only, the whole
this
fucking
whole
thing
album
is
so
good.
fucking good.
I can listen to that
album
over and over and over.
Eminem's recent albums tarnish his legacy. Who? I think so because I think Eminem has always been garbage.
Oh,
Eminem?
Geez. I'm not gonna get started. I don't want to get started on that.
Somebody said, do Eminem's recent albums tarnish his legacy? Sure they do.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely, because they're horrible, and the stuff before them weren't that good either.
Hey, what are we at time-wise? We got to be
about
approaching
2
hours, yeah. Let's wrap it up. Do we have anything else that we had to talk
about?
All right,
people in the comments. We still have 11 viewers. Is there anything you guys want us to talk about before Gears passes out from being wasted?
I'm not wasted. Meyer wanted us to talk about paper stickers or some shit.
He never sent us any links. I don't have any. I don't have any information on that.
Sorry, Meyer. If you're still in the chat, we don't get to talk about it because you didn't post sources. Can you go back? Do we have any more topics? Any more links that we didn't cover? I feel like we missed something. We didn't talk about that. A billionaire's $3,000.
There's no point to do that. All it is a tagline. There's no point.
Yeah, that was.
Wait,
I had
can't see anything.
I made faces at
can't
it.
See.
It's gone now. I have it closed.
Oh jeez. All right. Well, do we want to wrap it up? Do you want to do some chat interaction?
That's what I'm trying, but no one's saying nothing. So I guess we don't have any fans.
Donnelly, you got anything else you want to talk about?
Somebody wants to know if you got a leg cramp.
Me?
Oh, all right. Brandon Nelly says good TV shows right now. Well, unfortunately, I feel like there's fucking none.
I watched the first episode. Here.
I heard that show's good.
It was good.
I watched the first episode of what's it called? Bryan Cranston's new show.
I haven't seen that. What's it called?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna figure out. Is that how you spell Bryan Cranston?
Bryan.
Is it?
Yeah,
I think so.
It'll pop up like this.
Oh, Hesse.
Oh shit, it's Hesse. I didn't even
read
the
Hesse?
name. He said, "Did somebody just call you? Did you just call me someone? I didn't read your name, Hesse."
What up, brother?
Wait, what did you say? Someone said what?
Someone said you got a leg cramp there, bud.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm getting antsy. I think.
It's called Your Honor.
I haven't seen it.
What is it about?
Is Aaron Paul in it?
No. Here, I'll pull this article up.
Oh, I would like to watch this. You said the writing's bad though?
So here's the thing. I watched the first episode with my dad.
Okay.
And I.
Oh yeah, we should talk about that really quick.
I really didn't like it at all. Like I thought the writing was.
How long's the season?
I think the first episode just came out.
Oh, it's like actually like week by week.
Yeah.
See, I don't judge anything by anything but a full season.
Okay, that's fair, but like for me, I don't want to watch the second episode.
Well, there you go.
Like,
people said that about Game of Thrones though too. So.
Somebody said Black Sails is good. I've never heard of that.
Yo, I want to talk about what Alex just said. He said Warner Bros. HBO Max deal versus going to the theater. So basically,
that's cool.
What just dropped is
you're gonna hate that though, right?
I'm pissed, but like
you're a big movie
everything
guy.
is gonna be VOD. So
everything.
Yeah,
everything will be released on HBO Max or what's the other one?
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
Everything is basically going to be released when they release in limited theaters, because there are still some theaters that are open, I guess, right now.
Yeah, you could go see a movie in Joliet if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You have to wear a mask the whole time,
it's limited seats. No, I guess you don't have to wear a mask the whole time. Once you go in and actually sit in your seat, you can take it off. But
that doesn't make sense.
I don't think so. I think you can only have it off if you're eating.
Well,
so if you have a bucket of popcorn, then
you're gonna have it off the whole fucking time.
Yeah, right.
So, but no.
Eat slow, motherfucker.
When they release movies in theater, they're gonna release on Disney Plus or HBO Max the same day, and they're gonna be like $20. Now, for the people, I've watched a lot of videos on this already. For the people that don't give a fuck about going to the theater, then they're not gonna care.
Right, but people like to go to the theater.
But the people that like to go to the theater, they're still gonna go to the theater.
Right. And so, I like to go to the theater.
So it's a win-win.
Well, it is and it isn't, because like I just feel like what's going to happen when COVID times are actually officially over?
Are they ever going to be?
Yeah.
Are they though?
Eventually,
dude, yeah, because now, especially with the vaccination, like, yeah, it's just gonna be like getting a flu shot every year, dude.
Who says the vaccination works? It's not the lizard people taking over our brains.
Apparently, it works. So I mean, I don't know.
So here's my. This is why it's bad, because before, if you had the choice, right, if it was either go to the movie and see a movie or watch that movie on your TV, you had an either or.
Yeah.
Or now you will. Before, if you wanted to see a movie,
only go to the theater.
Had to go. So the revenue was driven by people that were, I want to see this movie, not I want to go to the theater.
Yeah.
So our theater price is going to go even higher now?
They're going to go.
No, they should go lower.
They're going to go down.
But the problem is,
but now theaters are going to make even less money than they are.
The profits on theater, the profits isn't on the ticket.
Right.
It's on the concessions.
Yes.
But see, the only problem that I could see that I'm scared for is, like you said before, the only option to see a movie like on premiere was to go to the theater. So now if you can just sit in your house, then they're gonna lose. Like, I'd say they'll probably lose like 25% of their customers.
Well, I would say more, but they're gonna have
not quite.
They're gonna have to drive. They're gonna have to drive something that makes people want to go.
Right.
And right now, the thing that I would never not see a Star Wars movie in theater first.
But see, the thing is,
I'll never see a Star Wars movie again.
The thing,
you know what I mean, though. Like, for example, if Lord of the Rings came out tomorrow, and it was like the first one, and it was you can see it on your screen, or you can go to the movie theater. I'm going to the movie theater.
Exactly. So that's what I was trying to say.
So they need to have theater quality films to like make the revenue off of, and they will.
I'd rather sit upstairs and watch a movie with headphones on 10 out of 10 times given that opportunity.
But see,
there's something about that big screen.
It's the experience though, and that's what I was trying to say, is that for the people that love movies and love the experience of going to the theater, nothing will ever come close to that being at your house. Like, it's just something
what if
about
you have
like
a theater?
Well, but I mean, if you're
Still
loaded and you have a full theater, then like that might be close. But I'm saying, like, there's nothing like getting popcorn, getting a drink, going and sitting down, watching previews. Like, it's the whole routine. It's not just watching the movie.
Plus, it's something to do.
It's everything. It's
right
like
now
going out on a Friday night, taking your girlfriend out for a date, or going out with your
Bingo.
friends. Like, it's not the same as just like, all right, let's go over to Downey's house and watch a movie.
It's the
because
same.
We're all bullshitting, talking, drinking. We could be doing whatever. We're not just sitting there watching the movie.
It's the exact same thing as why people, like, if you made the argument, why would you go to a bar? We have booze at home.
Right.
It's
the exact same thing. Yeah.
It's something to do, and that's something I've realized recently, and we can kind of end, unless there's more in the chat, but we can kind of end this, is like, the thing I've realized is how fucking tired I am of like going and going to like a bar.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing else to do right now.
Yeah.
Like, nobody wants to go see a movie right now. Nobody wants to go to Topgolf. Nobody wants to, like, the only thing that there is really to do is go sit somewhere and drink.
Right.
And even that is,
you're not supposed to be doing that anyway.
Well,
everywhere around here is open.
Everywhere's open, so. And I already had COVID, so I don't give a fuck. I'm going wherever I want. But like, my point being is, like, I've realized recently, like, damn, I miss the movies.
Yeah.
And I know
sure.
you like bowling. I hate bowling.
Yeah.
I'd love to go bowling.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
I'm the bowling alley's closed, and I'm like, fuck. Like,
Because I'm a do something guy.
I tried to go to Dave and Buster's recently.
Closed, right?
No, they were open when I went, but like it didn't work out. We got in line, and there was about 40 people in line. They said they only let 15 people on the game floor at a time.
Right.
Like,
yeah. I mean, come on.
Yikes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what it's like at Topgolf. I like doing that. I can imagine it's probably miserable.
Can you have fun without spending money in our area? Not really. Like, there's nothing to do.
Not in the winter.
I just disagree. Like, I'm okay. I'm more of the I'm the opposite of you guys. Like, I would rather sit at someone's house and do shit than go out all the time. And I'm like the go out like twice a month type. Like, if it was like every other week, like I would stay in for 2 weeks out of the 4 and go out those other 2.
But
maybe only go out once.
Let me clarify what I meant. If I'm leaving the house, right, I don't want to go do something that I could just be doing at the house, which is, to me,
sitting at a bar,
having a drink, watching a game.
Yeah, fuck that.
Right. But if I'm going out to do something, it's to do something.
Yeah.
Right. So like, if I'm gonna go watch a movie, it's like you said, the popcorn and the big. I can't do that at home. Like, not like that.
No.
Same thing with like Topgolf,
like bowling or Topgolf.
Bowling, yeah. It's like whirly ball, whatever, something to do. Because what happens is I'm sitting there, like I've been. Because I've been going places, and I'll be like, all right, I'm leaving. And they're like, what do you mean? It's like, bye. Like, I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah. No,
it's like I was here.
I say the same thing.
My attention span for being out is shrunk.
Yeah.
I pulled that on Toth once at a bar. We were out in Santa Monica, and like I went out to this fucking club bullshit with him and his friends.
Yeah. I remember this. I remember the story.
It was the opposite of my scene. Like, it was the worst. It was the worst thing that I could have been to. But I went for whatever fucking reason. We were there for like 15 minutes. Toth's like friends had like a table like in the back, and there's like 1,000 fucking assholes crowded around this table. I'm shoulder to shoulder with a bunch of people that I don't know.
Yeah.
They're all fucked up.
All drinking out of the same Jameson bottle or whatever.
Yeah. Everybody's like all sharing like the table's bottle, like just drinking out of the bottle. This was well before COVID times. But Toth, my old roommate, good friend of ours, I'm sitting there just like, fuck this. This is the worst thing ever. Toth goes to the bathroom. We've been there for like 15 minutes. Toth goes to the bathroom. He's gone. I'm looking around. I don't know a single person. And I left. I just walked out.
Did you really?
I walked out the front of the bar.
Irish goodbye.
Yeah. I just called an Uber home.
Nice.
By the time Toth
Jesus.
got back from the bathroom and noticed I was gone, I was already in the Uber on the way home. He calls
So
me.
good.
He's like, dude, where are you? I was like, oh, I'm on my way home. Like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
And
fuck
I don't do that.
dude.
And like
That's good.
I can also understand going out, you know what I mean? Like going to a bar. I get that too. But what I'm saying is right now, because there's been nothing to do, I'm tired of having nothing to do.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's
Like
all going out is. Like, for
yeah.
me, see, the one thing is there is almost no difference in going to a bar or like sitting at my house.
Right.
There's
I would rather
almost
do
no
this.
difference. Yeah.
This is much better for
I'd
me.
rather do this.
Yeah.
Like if there was this, but not on camera and like maybe 5 more people.
Yeah, just
I would
chilling,
I'd
drinking,
prefer to
talking.
this, but I
That's
also
all we do
understand.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also understand the fun of going to a bar and like the scene of it. I get
Right.
it. Just like the movies,
Yeah.
I get it. But I'm tired of that right now. I want something else, and like
I miss live music.
I
Yeah,
miss
hey,
live
me
music.
too.
That's
I miss
scene.
live sports too.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about
Yeah.
that.
I never
Not
went
even,
to much
but
live
this is the
sporting
thing.
events,
I'm not even talking like pro sports. Like I miss being able to go like watch my brother's football or
Right.
basketball game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like because I mean that resonates with me from playing and stuff. But like I miss like being there and it's just something that it's like fuck. I wish I would come back like sooner.
For real.
But I mean, you could go to live sports. It's not in Illinois, so
Yeah.
You could go
Well,
see
yo,
a Colts game or whatever.
Let's fucking cut it, boys.
Yeah, let's end it. Anything else in the chat?
Nah.
No.
Nothing about it?
Good,
Johnny
yo.
told you to get some hobbies, nerd, or me. One of us needs
I
to
have
get
hobbies.
some hobbies, nerd.
I got plenty of hobbies.
Yo, thanks
play
for
video
everyone that
games.
stuck around for the stream. Yo,
Yeah,
we're gonna
we
try to get
appreciate
on we're gonna try to get on a more scheduled streaming, and try to let everyone know when.
All right, really quick plug.
Someone said pleasantly surprised with the podcast, Gears and Friends. Nice job. This is Alex
Thank you.
Lozon.
Yeah, sure.
Is that a friend?
Oh,
of yours
Lozon. What's up, man? Yeah, one of my teammates from
He's
college.
been commenting the whole time.
Oh,
He's
nice.
pretty much
I
don't have. I need to get the chat in front of me because I don't have it. So, Lozon, shout out. We'll be back. Really quick. I'm not sure
Johnny.
what I'm gonna do yet. Don's.
Yep.
But I'm gonna stream video games Friday night.
Are ya?
Yeah. I'm not sure. So I'm gonna take the camera home with me.
Oh yeah.
But the question is what channel I'm gonna do it on. And I'd like to do it on this one since we're trying to grow this one.
Are we allowed to share channels?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, sure.
But that's what I'm thinking. So this might get
What are you streaming?
probably just WoW.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna play for like 10 hours and just stream it. I don't know.
Oh, nice.
Get off work, start streaming, and stream until I go to sleep.
All right.
Thanks for hanging out, Brandon.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Look for a link Friday if you want to come chill. Might be more. I'm sure Donnelly will almost certainly be in Discord. Kyle fucks off on the video game front, but
I play console.
Look for that. Follow us.
I'm off Saturday though, so I'll be on console. Probably playing Gears of War. I'm a pro.
Follow us on social media. Like this. Subscribe on YouTube. Like the YouTube videos. Keep coming to this. We got almost 20 viewers, right?
Yeah.
We started at
hit
like
16.
I think at one point
we'll check the analytics.
Yeah, we'll check the analytics, but I think the one time like our all-time high was 4.
What?
Hit me with that follow on Twitter. Links in the chat. Links in the chat from my Twitter.
I think the second episode, the first one you were on, we had 4 consecutive viewers.
No, it was like I thought it was like 9.
I think we had 11 total viewers, and we had 11 concurrent today.
I don't know. Whatever.
But regardless, thanks for coming. Follow, like, subscribe, all that shit.
Hit us up.
We appreciate it, everybody.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Adios.
guys.
And we're out of here, boys.